My girlfriend, always number one on my side, but lately all we ever do is argue and fight. She said she can't imagine her becoming a wife. Marrying the rappers no longer what she wants in her life. I told her I would go and get my GED, even got a 9 to 5, flipping burgers and fries, trying to show her I'm dedicated and never want to separate from her, cause all I want is me and her to survive. We ain't even making love anymore, and I'm sure it's a fade, but she just lays there and reads in bed. And my feet is tired from work, instead of trying to flirt, I would rather go and smoke some weed instead. Been a month now, ever since the day she left. Look at the bedroom dresser and saw the note, said she loved me but she needed a break. I guess I'll leave it to fate, but I'm praying that they ain't all she wrote. I wonder how
do you go to sleep at night, if I'm not the one sleeping with you, Bitch, didn't I treat you right? Yeah, that's how the story goes. Hey, wasn't I always there for you, Now you're just another song for me to write, need to write a lullaby. So let me sharpen up my number two. So how do you go to sleep at night, bitch, if I'm not the one sleeping with you?
You said that we were taking a break, how the fuck is it breaking up for good? On your Facebook page, I see your status is single. You had some pictures of me and you in your photo album, and all I see is shit with you hanging out with the same dude, posing with your camera phone. What the fuck, that motherfucker got sandals on? Are you kidding me? I've been drinking, constantly drowning in my misery, and you been out fucking somebody that's not even missing me. What about all the history that we have with each other? Everything is damaged, way too bad to recover. Somebody else has had his dick and you sick and you little despicable bitch, and there's no way we can't get back with each other, bitch. I always figured that our love would be timeless. Think about when we stayed with the fam in Orlando, drunk as shit in the mountains, waiting the honeymoon cabin. Never happened, gotta put it behind the shit. Well, I hope it's what you wanted, you lie, bitch. Hope his dick is bigger than mine is. Hope you finally got somebody who got an education, not wasting his time rapping, following his dreams like I did. I wish that you and him would get in the car wreck, or maybe catch an STD. But I should be happy for you to fly away and just be free, but the memory won't let me be. I'm still wondering how
do you go to sleep at night, if I'm not the one sleeping with you, Bitch, didn't I treat you right? Yeah, that's how the story goes. Hey, wasn't I always there for you, Now you're just another song for me to write, need to write a lullaby. So let me sharpen up my number two. So how do you go to sleep at night, bitch, if I'm not the one sleeping with you?
Breathe. breathe.
Sometimes you gotta step away from the situation, you know, take a step back, you know, look at it from a different angle. You know, basically what it boils down to is, you know, sometimes you just gotta breathe.
What is on my mind? Not enough time. Sublime is fine, I wish it more, but mine. Sign of the times, I'm so unhinged. Wars don't end within my brain. Constant sins. Zen, I search for it, never hardly enough. Man in the mirror chase me, always calling my bluff. I'm stuck, but travel at the speed of light. 1,000,000 times faster, I better fight. The force, life support. Streets always call my name. I was a good choice. Hoist me up past the prisons, but I'm never free, cause my people still in them. And my head will never truly fly free into the human race. Take note and recognize me. Black man that took the stand in quicksand. Raise my hand in a pilot, then the boys still shoot.
I can't worry, I don't wanna worry.
Gotta go, get up, get it. 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 Gotta go, get up, breathe. No one understands the brain of this mortal man. Scatters plans, try to stand, jack of many, master of none. Only would run from himself, looking at the spread and played the cards he was dealt. Wish to escape the devil, sun shines in levels. By design he settles, distance himself a let go. Snap in my own place, said cage, no date set for my death. Yet no rest for the wicked blessed. No choice, I gotta do it. Do I shoot it? Move the mental, screw it, I won't lose it. Like be foolish, my mind's in pieces. Crimes are seeking, they coming for me, flee it. Looking at their face, egregious. Jesus, hide me from the onslaught of these thoughts of these human beings. Demons, what I'm really seeing. Please, let me fly free. No barriers, carry us through the dark, the Almighty.
I can't worry, I don't wanna worry.
Gotta go, get up, get it.
I can't worry, I don't wanna worry.
Gotta go, get up, get it.
I can't worry, I don't wanna worry.
Gotta go, get up, get it. Gotta go, get up, get it. Gotta go, get up, breathe. I've turned into a monster. Stones are thrown amongst ya. They made me a jumper. So I skip functions. They hunch and hiding in shadows. Tails rattle, the snakes in battle. Cattle moves with no rules. Snooze get blurred fools. My cranium ooze. Nothing but all truths. I'm so confused. They tell me not to hurry. Then they scurry. Leave me all by my lonely, but I don't worry. Quickly, swiftly force this head of mine maintain. Often the time slips away. A day becomes an eternity, burning me. Leap from the pits of hell this earth be. Always for knowledge, and I slept on college. Hear their voices crying, and their souls aligning. I oppose the giant and expose they lying. Please believe on my behalf, it's God defining.
I can't worry, I don't wanna worry.
Gotta go, get up, get it. 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 Gotta go, get up, breathe.
I can't worry, I don't wanna worry.
Gotta go, get up, get it.
I can't worry, I don't wanna worry.
Gotta go, get up, get it.
I can't worry, I don't wanna worry.
Gotta go, get up, get it. Gotta go, get up, get it. Gotta go, get up, breathe.
Straight white male, hate myself. Mad that my skin so pale. Got white privilege so I cannot fail. The world told me I'm evil still. I break the law but I escaped the jail. My diet only mayonnaise and kale. I went to school and I pay my taxes. I used the grammar, I'm bad as hell. I'm I'm not a Nazi. I like black people, black Jesus, black Santa, black coffee. I'm not a racist. I like Hispanics and Negroes and natives and Asians. Black power says I'm the problem. Girl power says I'm the issue. Gay rights think I'm trying to stop them. I'll let y'all trippin', I'll get you some tissues. Y'all have been painting me villainous. I'm not the one setting fire to your villages. I'm not the man that is raping and pillaging. I do not care if my neighbors are immigrants. Maybe all whites look the same and you think that I'm somebody else. So it's cool. Honestly, I think that everyone looks alike if they ain't white, and I'm sorry, it's true.
Straight white male,
I have it all, I'm the one that you love to hate.
straight white male,
Police pull me over, I LOL in their face.
straight white male,
Guess I'm to blame for the life that you can't escape.
straight white male,
So easy to be me, I'm feeling great.
Straight white male, I'm so frail. Mama gotta pay my bail. Shotguns and meth are both on sale. I'ma need to treat myself. I only listen to country music. I only marry my second cousins. I only cry when my team is losing. I blame everything on the blacks and the Muslims. Y'all blame me for building the system. Y'all blame me for wages we're paying the women. Y'all blame me for rights that gay people aren't giving. You blame me for talking when I should just listen. You blame me to say me the praise that we winning, and hate me for slavery. And lately I'm tripping that daily you shame me for having opinions on race in our country and everything in it. Fine, y'all don't gotta be my friends. Y'all don't gotta like white men. Y'all don't gotta hold my hand. Y'all don't gotta have my back. Y'all don't gotta see my side. Y'all don't gotta be down to ride. Y'all don't gotta do anything but ghost. And I'ma do me even when it's the most. Yeah.
straight white male,
I have it all, I'm the one that you love to hate.
straight white male,
Police pull me over, I LOL in their face.
straight white male,
Guess I'm to blame for the life that you can't escape.
straight white male,
So easy to be me, I'm feeling great.
Man, you're so mean, you're so racist, you're ugly, you're so basic. You said that something, N-word, retard Satan. I can't believe the bullshit song lyrics that you're okay with. Kill yourself while live on Facebook, I want the notification.
care, y'all ain't right.
I'll be praying that you die.
I'll be doing my own thing, I hope you're happy with your life.
You're a Nazi, you're a moron, you're a huge waste of my time.
I'm just straight and white and male, I'm not the worst, I'm just a guy.
straight white male,
I have it all, I'm the one that you love to hate.
straight white male,
Police pull me over, I LOL in their face.
straight white male,
Guess I'm to blame for the life that you can't escape.
straight white male,
So easy to be
Louisville, Kentucky, Louder Than Life returns. 3 full days, September 27th through the 29th, Highland Festival Grounds, with its biggest lineup ever. Guns N' Roses, Slipknot, Disturbed, Rob Zombie, Godsmack, Marilyn Manson, A Day to Remember, Breaking Benjamin, Hailstorm, Chevelle, plus the return of Stain.
I'm on the outside, I'm looking at.
And a special appearance by Ice Cube.
And they plant ice cubes up.
Go to louderthanlifefestival.com for all ticket and lineup information. Guns N' Roses, Slipknot, Disturbed, Rob Zombie, Godsmack, and many more. Highland Festival grounds at the Kentucky Expo Center. Celebrate bourbon and the best rock. See ya at Louder Than Life.
Replicon Radio. Replicon Radio. Talking shit with the juggalos on Replicon Radio. Giving a lesson, don't be a bitch. Replicon Radio. This is Replicon Radio.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, girl.
We're fucking back.
Hey, girl.
Replicon Radio's Monday, Memorial Day.
Yeah, it is Monday.
Thank you to all of you military veterans and current service members for all of your service, and the family members as well. We can't forget those, because they make a sacrifice as well. So thank all of you for putting in for this country and allowing us to get on here and be jackasses and talk shit and entertain you every Monday night.
Absolutely.
We love you guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We can't say it. We literally cannot say it enough. I mean, you guys make the ultimate sacrifice, some of you, and you know, even the ones that don't, it's still a huge sacrifice. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all of you military member services. So, hey, happy Memorial Day, everybody.
Is it really happy, though?
You're not supposed to say, apparently
No.
you're not supposed to say that.
No, they've asked, you know, it is, because they have asked veterans and all that, the ones that have service and sacrifice and all that stuff, they want us to celebrate it because that's what they fight for. They want us to celebrate it. They want it to be a happy day. Yes, it is somber.
It is a happy day because we get to celebrate our freedom.
As long as we remember the ones that sacrifice, the ones that are fallen, as long as we don't forget those, they want it to be a happy day. You know, they don't want us to, you know, waste our freedom. You know, it's the day of a memoriam and celebration. So it is happy Memorial Day. You know, we love you guys, and I remember them talking about it in a few, like last year and the year before.
Who?
Like radio DJs and radio shows and stuff like that. Like they do the surveys and all that stuff. Like, hey, what are we supposed to say? You know,
I honestly didn't even know that was a thing until someone said it online. I was like, they were mad at Schnucks. Schnucks' ad said Happy Memorial Day. Really big. I'm like, why? I'm sorry, I don't.
I can get when it's.
I don't come from like a, you know what I'm saying. I was like, why is that bad? They're like, because it's not happy. They get it confused with the other day.
It's
Memorial Day and Labor Day.
For some people, it's totally different. What? Labor Day has nothing to do with the military.
Or Veterans Day.
Veterans Day. Yeah,
Veterans Day and Memorial Day.
Memorial Day is to remember
how much
those.
I know. I'm just like, it's a holiday.
Veterans Day. Veterans Day is for
Labor Day.
He got it confused. It's okay. He didn't mean that. Memorial Day is to remember those that have sacrificed everything for this country in their services
yes, sir.
In the military. And yes, we remember those that have fallen. But those that have fallen are the ones that want us to enjoy what they sacrificed for. I'm not speaking for them because I can never do that.
No.
But for us, yes, obviously, it's a somber day. But, you know, they want us to enjoy what they sacrificed for.
Sure.
You know, if you gave your life for Rue's freedom, and then Rue didn't like embrace that freedom, wouldn't you be like, well, what the fuck? You know, remember him for making that sacrifice and thank him, and then also enjoy that freedom.
For sure.
You know, it's not like a stupid party day. It's a let us party in celebration of those that have fallen, and that so they shall not be forgotten. Because I don't want to speak for you two. I know that you kind of have the same mindset as me, but I love our service members, especially the ones that have fallen. I today went to our Jefferson Barracks down south here, one of our military cemeteries, and paid respects to a couple of different people, and it was a hard day. You know, so we had some things to tell a couple of the people that we paid respects to, and it was difficult. That would be addressed at a different time.
Right.
But Veterans Day is to commemorate all of the active service members that are still with us, which we need to equally celebrate. I mean, you shouldn't have to die to be recognized as a hero. Not everybody does heroic stuff, but you still sign that fucking blank check when you sign up for any military service for this country. You need to be recognized like, hey, wow, you stepped up. Like, hey, thank you. You know, you were ready. You were ready when that fucking time came. Sure. All right, let's fucking do this. So you need to be recognized, and that's on Veterans Day. And Memorial Day is to commemorate those that have unfortunately given the ultimate sacrifice for us, for our freedom, and for this country. So, thank you.
We should take a moment of silence for those fallen soldiers.
Yeah, I mean, we can. Yeah. And again, we'd like to thank you here at Replicon Radio for your services.
Oh, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Now.
Thank you.
Anyway, it's a Monday. Now let's get this motherfucker party cracking.
We're live. We're doing it. We got
the fucking Blues in the goddamn Stanley Cup Finals tonight. Game 1.
Game 1.
Excited. Go Blues.
First time in how many years?
Ever.
40
Since when did we start?
No,
1970.
40 years. Yeah, 40 years.
1970. Yeah.
Years, right?
40 years. 1970 was the last time the Blues ever made it to the Stanley Cup Finals, and it was against the Boston Bruins.
Which we are now pinned against.
Yes.
It is. Hello. I told you not to make the little lights go red again.
So loud. We have a special guest in the house tonight, y'all. If you guys hear her in the background.
Yeah, she's not in the background anymore.
Hey, what show is this? What's the name of the show?
You better pull up
Replicon Radio Show Mondays.
Hey, RepliconRadio.com. Shout them right now.
She even knows the day.
I wasn't even born yet the last time they were this far. Get the fuck out of here.
That's right. All right, you gotta sit back here.
Radio Show Mondays.
Okay, they can hear you. They love it.
Hey.
Come on.
Yay.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow, there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
Wow. This is fun.
Yeah. Play that.
All right. All right, play that. I don't want to do it.
So make sure you keep the volume down, babe.
Yeah, turn the volume down.
Give it up for Savannah in the house.
Hey.
You could have made it louder, kid.
She did. She's like, well,
I
turn
think
it down.
I did it trying to turn it down.
Got it.
That was actually my fault.
That's typical, though, right? Somebody tells you to turn your shit down, you turn it up, right? But turn it up louder just to piss you off.
Yeah. It's recording. That's why you have to be quiet, baby. Yeah, my 5-year-old niece is in the building tonight, Replicon Radio, because my mother is ill in the hospital.
This is unfortunate. I hope she gets better.
Hopefully she's all right. Hopefully she's not listening. She's like, she cannot hear what you guys say on that show.
Okay, well, good. She's sitting right next to you. It's good. She can't hear what we say on the show. She's going to hear what we say in the room.
Yeah, she'll only pay attention when she's paying attention.
It'll be all right.
Give her a second. Sonic will take control.
Right. You'll be hearing them rings in a minute.
Oh, I can hear all of it. But yeah, we got the homeboy Masetti. Masetti, I believe is how we pronounce it.
Masetti.
Coming up real soon.
It's not machete, it's Masetti. Masetti. Spaghetti Masetti. And he gets pissed at the dogs barking.
I'm trying to catch up on the damn chat.
There's a lot going on in the chat.
These fucking dogs are being quiet all of a sudden. What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, because there's already been chaos enough for them to bark. Like they've been barking for 3 hours, and so now it's like, okay, now it's like, oh god, I don't know what to do. This is just life now. It's just chaos.
Oh boy.
So we just got to come in all fucking chaos,
right? Hey, you might want to get your kiddo.
What is she doing?
Upstairs.
She took off. Oh boy, she's so much better at home.
Babysitter's you're gonna get charged a babysitting fee.
She's so much better at home. She doesn't like to be stuck in the downstairs. All she wants to do is play with the doggies. So when the doggies make noise, she remembers. Oh God, there's doggies.
Yeah, but
Doggies!
chases them around the house.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh, spaghetti. All right, I just got up in the chat. I'm sitting there trying to figure out, like, catch up. I haven't been watching the chat. I actually kind of showed up right before the show. I was at a rib festival.
Yeah,
where we were.
Ribbies.
It was a rib competition and all that stuff. My I guess you can call him my stepdad. He
how long has he been in the family?
Fuck. 13, 14 years. It's been,
it's long enough.
Yeah, we can just call it unofficial, you know. But yeah,
it's long enough.
Yeah, he's doing competition cooking and all that stuff, and so I went down there to help him with doing this rib competition stuff and all that shit. And we wound up taking first place on the chef's choice on the secondary meal, which was we did some crispy salmon with a balsamic tomato drizzle. It was weird. Yeah, it was good. Wound up winning first place. So
sweet.
Yeah. So it's been a good saucy day for me. So luckily I was right down the street from the studio, but I was still unable to make it before like 4 minutes before we went live.
You were right down the street,
right? Yeah, down at Iron Barley.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's right. So
but like right as I was like getting ready to like, all right, cool, I gotta go. He started putting up tables because they announced at 4:30.
Right.
And I was like, all right, and then I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna bounce, and then they started cleaning up. I was like, he didn't have a huge setup, so I was like, oh, fuck, I'll just stay and I'll help pick up a couple things, you know. So
right.
So I was like, fuck it, you know.
Yeah, I was over at the neighbor's house eating some fucking ribs and barbecue and shit, and then we had more shit smoking.
Yeah,
we smoked ribs, we smoked fucking hot dogs, chicken. Fucking the ribs were fucking fantastic. I didn't get a chance to eat any of the chicken because we had to fucking. I had to leave and come over here.
I forgot that the Rib Festival is the 11th annual one that we did that went on, and a lot of the winners it was for veterans' families, like kind of like to help fallen veterans that can't work and all that stuff, to help pay their bills and all that stuff, and make sure their homes don't get taken away, their families don't get disbanded.
Yeah.
He won first prize on the Chef's Choice, and he gave his check back to the bar to donate to the the veteran cause. So, and several other of the winners did. It was more so like it was to raise money for charity for the veterans and shit like that. So it was definitely Memorial Day Rib Fest. It wasn't just a let's get together and cook barbecue on I'm not saying taking away from you. I'm just saying that that's what it was, because there was money involved, but a lot of people gave their prize winnings back to the bar, so to turn in for the veterans and shit like that. So that was good, and it was cool. It was funny because he came back and like it was like an hour later he was like, "Fuck, I wonder how much I gave back," because like it was an instinct for him. He was like, "I just take the trophy, you take the fucking money, don't worry about it." He didn't even look at the check. It was one of those second, like, not even. It's like you take it back, you give it to the veterans, blah blah blah. And he came back, he's like, "Fuck, I wonder how much I gave away."
Right.
So, I mean, not like he was gonna change his mind, but still, it was like it was so like offhanded, and he was like, just fucking put it back to the fucking charity, man. I was like, that's dope. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you get a little and you give a little.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And obviously you get the bragging rights and all that stuff. And he won last year for the ribs, like the ones that were judged, not the People's Choice or anything like that. So he won first prize last year for the ribs. This year he won for the secondary plate, which was Chef's Choice. So yeah, I mean he walked away with his head held high today.
Hell yeah.
Yep,
that's what's up.
And I was the lunch lady because I was the one giving out the samples and shit. They had us come down there, and it was 4 of us, and we were just kind of sitting down there. Oh, we'll just hang out and help a little bit, where it needs to be. And like you're supposed to give out samples, and people buy tickets and they go get samples, which aren't the competition ribs. So, and I was giving out samples left and right, and I was like, dude, there's no way you'd be able to do this by yourself. He's like, I was just gonna put tongs in the fucking thing and tell him, here, help yourself.
Right.
I was like, dude, it wouldn't have worked. You'd have burnt the shit out of him. It was funny because like his chef's choice one, he cooks the salmon and all that stuff, and he was freaking out about it because he didn't allot enough time for it, and he cooked it, and he was like, it was fucking trash. It's terrible. I'm not even going to turn this in. And we're like, just fucking turn it in. What's the worst that's going to happen? It just sucks. You get last place. It's way better than a DNF. He did not finish. It's like, and he wound up winning. And he was like, oh. I've never seen him so giddy. He's like, oh my god,
right?
Because like it was like 10 I think it was like 10 teams, and they did all 10. They were announcing, so they got down to the 3rd place. He's like, oh, and he second place. He's like, I fucking won! I won! So he got all giddy and shit like that. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. What the fuck are you guys talking about in the chat?
Steak and Shake. Yeah, we mentioned about them shutting down last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, there's still some outliers. What I've come to find out,
they're not shutting down all of them.
Yeah,
they're shutting down. Majority of them are getting shut down here in St. Louis and Ohio.
Yeah, they're shutting down in Ohio too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that's where the majority of the stores are being shut down at.
Yeah.
55.
It's fucking summer by us.
It's been like fucking 90 for the past week.
90 degrees here.
It was 98 the other day. Like, God. That's ridiculous.
It's fucking hotter than fuck.
Lindsay,
outside.
are you coming with Jenny to town when you visit? What are you doing? You visiting with Jenny? Are they riding together? I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know.
It seems like...
Oh, yeah, speaking of that, we haven't even officially announced that we're not doing something anymore, I guess.
Yeah, we should probably do that. Yeah. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, don't worry about showing up at Charles Tavern June 15th. Yeah. We will not be there. We just gotten the notification earlier that last week.
Yep.
We are no longer partaking in that.
The pre-wedding bash for
it got canceled. They're getting divorced. They're not even getting married because the shit's going down.
Okay. Before there's any hard feelings out there, it really wasn't. There was no like hard feelings on it. I guess they're having some family and friends come in from out of town that are part of the wedding.
Somebody owes me $8.38.
Yeah, and they wanted
somebody does.
The family and friends that wanted to host.
The money I didn't get back for the loft that was reserved for that day.
Yeah,
there you go. They kept $8.38.
The family and friends, the family and friends that are coming in for their wedding wanted to host the show, so they respectfully had us step down from the host position for the show at Carl's Tavern for the pre-wedding bash for Genosha X and Saint Senna. So, unfortunately, Replicon Radio will not be in the house for that pre-wedding bash, but if you were in the area, definitely go check them out, and definitely tell those people that are hosting that Replicon is fucking watching those.
That's right.
Motherfucker.
Tell everyone involved that
you tell them. You tell them. You put on your earmuffs. You tell those cocksuckers that we're watching them.
That's right. You let them know.
You let them know.
We got Boondocks in town Thursday, June 13th, and we got a stack of free tickets if anybody wants to come party with us. And we got Jelly Roll June 15th, which is we get to party and kick it with Jelly Roll out of town.
I'm excited for Boondocks because I did not know until just recently that he's bringing September Morning. And I know that they haven't put out an album in a while, and
I don't know who's. Is that confirmed that they'll be at this show?
Yeah, they are on that show. So I'm excited. I'm like, hell yeah! Hopefully they
Red's gonna be there.
Red's gonna be there. Dope. Red's dope. Fucking,
I didn't know.
I gotta stop calling him Sean White. I really do, because he's starting to get bigger. All that stuff. Like, I don't know. I feel like
muscular or popularity.
Oh, popularity.
Oh. Sean White's pretty big, muscular.
I mean, if I was gonna call him if it was on a muscular thing, I'd call him Carrot Top. That dude's fucking ripped. Yeah. So, but no, it's just I just keep calling him Sean White. So I need to stop doing that. But he's dope, and he's always super humble.
Absolutely.
So if you see him hanging out, go up and say hello.
Absolutely. Hello.
I did not know that he was playing. That is awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah. I was trying to get us to do a big after party or something, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Speaking of concerts, the Snow to Product was this weekend. And that was when we were supposed to host the ESOM show, and I had always planned to go to Snow, but we never bought the tickets because we got some big things going on, so we're trying to kind of cut down and save some money. And we wound up going out with my sister and celebrating, and we were in the area. We walked past the show, and it's like, oh shit, Snow's on. And we walked in, they were like, hey, just show us your ID. And we got it for fucking free. And we were like, hey. So I wound up going to Snow the Product this weekend.
I thought you were always planning on going to it anyway.
I was, but
I did too.
But things changed. And one, it snuck up on us, and we just never got around to buying our tickets. But we wound up going anyways. Bought a bunch of drinks so the venue got out. On that, I mean, she was already on stage by the time we got there. But yeah. It was a good show. I had been drinking, so that's why there's only like a 6-minute video on our YouTube. I was holding my phone. I really did not want to.
I thought you just got super excited for Spanish mode or something.
No, I was there like
because that's all it was. I don't think she said one English word the whole time you were live.
You know, for her show, she was her own worst enemy because she would get a really fucking hype and then like stop and then talk. And then, like, do a cappella for a couple verses on a song that had no music.
Well, she doesn't have Fago to cool you off, so she has to verbally cool you off.
It was hot as a bitch in there.
Just to give the people in the pit a break.
Yeah, so and like, she would get the fucking mode, like, people getting ready to burn the place down. And it's like, all right, cool, we're going to bring this down immediately. Again, she would stop in between every song for as long as she sang, and it's like, God, stop being a momentum killer. We're trying to party here. Stop being a momentum killer. But it was a good time. I would have, honestly, that is one of the reasons, other than, I didn't want shaky video, because I didn't have any of my setup. It was in the car, and I was not ready to go to the concert at all. Because for those that don't know that are from out of town, the place that she was at is that it was the Ready Room, and it's called in a neighborhood called the Grove, and it's a strip of bars. So, like, we just so happened to be down there drinking at a couple of the bars, and we were walking by. It's like, oh, shit, she's on stage. Let's do this.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. And she was looking good as a motherfucker. And she had a girl on stage. Hey.
Oh.
And about 90 other people, but I saw her go, too. But, yeah, so I would have went live, but she kept, like, I felt like she was doing more talking than actually performing. So it was kind of like, I could do a bunch of shaky video of her just talking to the crowd, and there was an incident in the crowd where a girl got elbowed in the face, and she went down and like rectified the situation.
Ooh.
And brought the girl up on stage, rectified it, and told the person that elbowed the girl to go to hell, and you need to burn in hell. So I could have went live for 3/4 of the show, but it's better. I just did 6 minutes, and that was one of the longest, hypest parts of the show. So yeah,
a taste.
It was a taste.
Taste of the product.
I figured I would just give it a taste. It's like, hey, here's Snow. What to expect. If she's coming on the Going Up tour into your town, fucking go there, have a great time. It was fun. There was a lot going on, and I tell you what, she's definitely got a lot of demographic going there. She's got the Mexicans, she's got the LGBT going on, she's got the whites, and everybody loves Snow. So it is a good time. I don't know if you've ever.
I don't love Snow.
You're a white. I said the whites.
What the fuck?
So. Yeah, no, I don't know if you've ever been to a Mexican party, but damn, that shit goes up. Just like that party.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Whoop, whoop. Yep.
Party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would have liked to went to them, but
it was a good time. It was a good time.
Show.
I spent a lot of fucking money that day.
Show. Oh, look at that. Wiggles has arrived in the chat room. Now drunk Jason doesn't have to throw up anymore.
Right.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We love y'all. All you Tuesday, Wednesday, and other day of the week listeners need to start joining us live because we have fun in the chat room. And it's like a big happy family up in there. We appreciate all that. And we appreciate everybody on our Patreon. If you're not a member of our Patreon, you should join
fuck
it.
y'all on that Patreon.
Patreon.com/Replicon Radio.
We appreciate you all.
Just dropped an early interview over there.
Shit.
It would be.
Are we gonna announce it yet?
Well, it's on the Patreon.
It's on.
I think we announced.
I've shared it on
week,
I shared it other places and said you want to hear it now. Sign up for Patreon.
Oh yeah.
Y'all missed out.
I'm sorry. It's so hard to because you're like the main account for a lot of those, so it's hard for me to keep. As I got like 9 accounts, and I'm sitting there trying to make heads up of, and it's very hard to follow.
Fucking Jason, Jesus Christ!
Burn the house down. What?
Jason, burn that bitch down.
Bam. But yeah, anyway, over at Patreon, if you are a member, you probably already seen it. If you're not a member, you should sign up now. We have an exclusive interview with the man, the myth, the legend, president and CEO of Troma Entertainment, Mr. Lloyd Kaufman.
Hey!
Super dope. Like, that dude's a freaking legend.
Toxie loves the Replicon.
That's right. It's been a long time coming trying to get that.
Yeah, it has, man.
It was dope. If you haven't heard it, you should.
I'm not gonna lie. I tried to click on it through our Patreon, and I'm logged into our Patreon. I still couldn't get fucking.
Really, it wouldn't work.
No, it just said broken link. So I was like, well, I guess I'll fucking get it when we announce it to everybody.
Well, some people listen to it because it has plays.
Oh no, I'm not saying that it's not playable. I'm just saying for me, that's what I'm saying. Like you're the proprietor for a lot of the fucking the social medias, and I'm just kind of logged into it, and so it's hard for me.
It's the same way I'm logged in.
Yeah, but it's like
Jenny had issues with it too.
Like so. if I click on it through our Patreon for that if I clicked on that, all right, here I'll do it right now.
Mine does.
All right, here. Let me. Where the fuck is it? Patreon.
It's going to be available to the public soon, but patrons get it early. Patrons get an entire extra episode of Replicon beyond that early interview. Patrons get exclusive merch.
Let's see if it works.
T-shirts,
for me this time.
Hoodies, jerseys.
Wow, that's what it does for me. It won't let me do it. Because I'm not the account holder.
I think it's because you're not logged into Spreaker. Maybe that's the problem.
I'm logged into Spreaker right now.
I'm not logged into Spreaker.
You see up at the top?
But that other page showed you were not logged in.
I know, but I'm logged in on Spreaker, so it should automatically log me in.
It should.
Because I'm in the. That's how I do the chat room.
It didn't automatically log you in though.
It didn't. So
it might not be a broken link. It might just be you have to be logged in for some reason.
Why don't know. You have to be logged
in?
I don't know. That's weird. It doesn't make sense.
But would it let me do it under mine?
Is
or
that
would
what
I have?
You get?
No, you click on that and then it shows broken link. Wow.
Oh, I click on the.
Yeah, you clicked on it and it shut. This is what it gives me.
Oh, mine's taking a little sweet time fucking uploading.
Maybe if I log in, I don't know if it's
goes.
Did it work?
What'd you get?
I don't know. It's still.
He said, "Nope, there it goes." I don't know.
It started taking off.
Yeah, see, show them both at the same time. Do you see these?
And his is logged in.
His is logged in, but maybe.
I wonder why.
But are you logged in on the Replicon when you click on it?
No. Yeah, but other people have listened to it.
I know because they're Patreon members, so they get the right link.
But it's not just for this. If
you
click it,
you might have mistyped the URL. Please check it again.
It's telling me I fucked up.
Huh.
Yeah, I fucked up. I didn't fuck up. I clicked on the goddamn link.
I didn't fuck up shit.
Well, as long as
I clicked it again. I clicked it again. So, you Patreon members have literally heard the interview before.
Jenny and the other 2 members of Replicon are not allowed to listen to it, but everybody else has access to it.
Literally,
Wiggles was even messaging me about it as he listened to it, so I know people heard it.
Oh yeah, no, the paying members of Patreon have got to listen to it before 2/3 of fucking Replicon has gotten to listen to it.
Well, I haven't listened to it. I just.
You did it. You're there. It doesn't.
It's over 90 minutes of fucking.
I know. I was excited. I was gonna listen to it.
Well, when it pops up for everyone else to enjoy, you should listen to it because it's extremely enjoyable.
It's gonna be too late. I ain't gonna want to listen to it then.
It's still it's relevant as hell.
I can't tell you how many interviews I've ignored of Replicon. Right, so fuck y'all. right here. Not doing
I can
it.
play it for you. You want me to play it for you?
For 90 minutes? All right, we're just gonna tune out for 90 minutes.
Kidding.
That's the sound of someone requesting a trip with the all-new.
That's a commercial.
That's an ad.
That's a commercial.
That funny fact: we don't get paid for those Spreaker fucking commercials.
We do, but it's like a fifth of a cent or some shit.
Yeah.
I think in 2 years we've made $11 or something. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. If I switched over what I'm logged into, I can see, but I don't care that much.
No, because it's not. 10, 20 years from now, we're going to be like, what about the Spreaker ads? We're like, holy cow, we got $100.
That's how I feel about the YouTube videos.
Yep,
it's like, shit.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll be big enough to...
irrelevant money, yes.
Yeah, it's, at this point, yeah. So we need that motherfucking merch money. That's where it's at. So...
Oh, you were upset you couldn't chat in the chat because it wasn't a live broadcast? I'm sorry about that. But yeah, join our Patreon, man. Like I said, I did your idea last week. I added it. It's there. If you guys want to be a member of the Jersey tier,
right? It's
tier.
Just there. Just because, like, a lot of people, what they do is that, I want a hoodie, so they'll do the hoodie tier for that month, and then they'll get a hoodie, and then they'll drop down to the T-shirt, or they'll drop down to just the plastic dinos, and it's like, or the paper dinos, and that's totally fine. If you guys want to do that, it's like, hey, fuck, I want a jersey, so you get the jersey tier for that month, and you could drop it down. It's not a permanent thing. You can vary it every month, whatever you want. So don't think that if you like sign up that it's a monthly thing that you can't change. It's actually very easy to change what your monthly thing is.
Absolutely.
So don't. I know that there are subscriptions out there that are a pain in the ass to change of like what you want.
We've had people upgrade. You know what I'm saying? They started at the $5 tier and they wanted to get a T-shirt. So instead of you don't pay the extra, you just pay the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you can just you can do that. It's there. Oh, how long until your jersey gets there? It's on its way. It's on its way to us now.
Yeah.
Some people got theirs already. They're already out. But yeah, now there is. Those are still available as well for pre-order. Pre-order price. You're saving a bunch of money if you get it now before the end of the month, and you can get customization. That's at RepliconRadio.BigCartel.com.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. So we could talk all kinds of merch for sure.
I'm sure we can finish the back half of the show with that.
And we're going to talk about the fucking Gathering of the Juggalos, the fucking infomercial.
I actually have not watched the infomercial.
I haven't either. They're all so stupid. I didn't even fucking trip about it.
Maybe I could watch it, during the break.
Maybe.
I don't know. You can't even watch our interview. What makes you think you're going to watch
That's 90 minutes, and I can't log into that. So
yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know.
You might be talking about the other ones that I totally ignored. Like,
if he's not here, he doesn't listen. He's not even a Tuesday listening.
You know why? Because if I'm not here, there's a reason. I'm super fucking busy.
For sure.
Super busy.
Well, yeah, we got our special guest coming up early, so.
And honestly, when I listen back, even when I'm here, if I listen to the show back, like all I'm doing is screaming at my phone because I want to reply. Like when you guys say something, I just want to say what I would say on the air. So like if I listen to when I'm not here, I'm just like just want to fucking just yell out shit. So it just
Wiggle says it's well worth the 90 minutes. Don't be a bitch.
Don't be a bitch. Give it a listen.
Hell yeah! We're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna come up with our.
We're doing this shit early this week, guys.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we'll be
hit him with that shit. Play that DJ. Play that fucking track.
Brand new Project Born featuring Ouija Mac and Blase Rose.
Oh, what?
Here's another one. For the real motherfuckers. Check it. Somebody call a doctor. It's a killer with them choppers that go block a blocker. Run up on your block and knock a nigga out and sock you and your partners off the drop. This Barack Obama leave you pussies barely breathing. And I put that on my mama. You can call me psychotrauma, cause I'm rolling with these psychopathic killers and we run this motherfuckers. Them boys don't want no problems. We all about them dollars, but it's hell to tell the captain if my brother need he holler. But you say you running this game, which one of y'all
Y'all hoes wanna see Chris, I murder the game and fuck on your lanes. I'm back on my Project Born shit. Better get your guns and roses and plus a fire hose. We got this motherfucker burning, killing Blasey Rose.
Contradicting bitches, always talking shit about me. Put the Draco in their face and fucking blow away their mouthpiece. I am anything but mousy, I will end your fucking life. You're a mistaken evolution and I'm here to make it right. I got finesse, ho. You best respect me. Hear my name come out your mouth and it'll get messy. Don't fucking test me, I stay loyal to my death. Expect the same from all my crew and you know we accept no less. Only rap with the best, only clap with the tech. Bullet shots on point, leave them stacked in your neck. Clips packed in my vest, we Febreze so fresh. Parked on Morningside Drive, busting caps in your chest.
We never switch, we don't trust no trick. Who ain't hanging from the family tree? So look me in my eyes, motherfuckers, and just tell me how you heard another killer that can do it like me. So homie, don't trip, don't switch on my fuck your shit. Middle fingers in the air like me. So homie, don't trip, don't switch on my fuck your shit. Middle fingers in the air like me.
Don't switch on the fam. If you do, we gotta get you. How many photos do you need for your pussies? Get the picture. We just got the mad Blasey Rose, got the liquor, me and Pope, got the choppers, and we on our way to get ya. There's no way you call them family without no repercussions. We just pull up to the light and get the motherfucking bustin'. See, the game is so simple, we'll bust you like a pimple. Riding around lurking in the stolen Continental. See, switching in reserve for the women with the fat asses. For you motherfucker, throw the ass over the bypass. Cause we more, we beat more, we throwing up D4. The game is getting wicked, so I bought a fucking Ouija board.
Must have never met me before, talking all that devil shit until it's time to meet the Lord. Then I slide off in that green Accord. I already told him what the fuck I'ma repeat it for. Fuck you run around with triggers you ain't squeezing for. Psychopathic records hit your block, it's like a meteor. I'm a vegan, fuck that bullshit y'all be beefing for. But I can work the smoker, I'ma show them what the seasoning for. Word around town, Ouija that Mac, Ouija throw racks, get them right back. I ain't gotta tell a hoe to look at my flex. Grip, twist a whole head, right off they neck, yo.
We never switch, we don't trust no trick. Who ain't hanging from the family tree? So look me in my eyes, motherfuckers, and just tell me how you heard another killer that can do it like me. So homie, don't trip, don't switch on my fuck your shit. Middle fingers in the air like me. So homie, don't trip, don't switch on my fuck your shit. Middle fingers in the air like me. Your shit, middle fingers in the air like me. Fuck your shit, middle fingers in the air like me. Fuck your shit, middle fingers in the air like me.
When straight jacket come attacking and hitting with a tractor ass kicking, and PJB and ICP come together spitting, with the wood getting, no bullshitting. It's some murder mitten, throat slitting, wicked shit that ain't nobody forgetting. I'm alone and homeless, much bigger the bone gets. I'm on down on shit, thirsty and they won't spit. More bad news, it don't quit. With them, no, I don't fit. My point of views are bullshit. I could use my throat slit. I can't live or won't die. I don't serve, I won't cry. All my tear ducts bone dry. Through the air, I don't fly. I can't fail if I don't try. I sell my soul, but he won't buy. My whole life a sad lie. Most unwanted bad guy.
Me, myself, a mad fly. Even though they want me dead, persecuted every day for a bunch of things my people say. They call me dumb and lazy because for my life I had no job. They say money's everything, so I created a project. They put dirt on my name daily cause I make it when some others don't. They scratch their head and disbelief. See, I just do what others want. I take the test of life just to see who really cares. I put the neck between the rope and see who kicks the chair. Come on.
casino, cause fucking crime pays. I keep at it, a homies. Project Born fucks with the homies. Used to be all by my lonely. Now I got killers that know me. Fuck where you been, they been needing your presence. Only the real, we don't fuck with no peasants. I know they been fiending to get up on record. We'll get you one in 665 seconds.
Don't care if you boo me, stab me twice and shoot me. Chop me if you got to, I won't even stop you. Hell only awaits me, I live hell on daily. Don't leave it on safety, step right up and waste me. I'm so sick of fighting, strike me down with lightning. I'm freezing all night and that don't seem so frightening. Population hates me, Grim Reaper awaits me. Off the hell he takes me, Satan further breaks me. Save me, that'd be appalling. My grave close enough to crawl in. I'd be ballin'. The wraith was right there. I saw him.
Look at me right. Woo! He would not be able to look at me right.
He wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying? In that quote unquote adult category.
Yeah.
Adult?
So.
Contemporary.
Yeah. No, there ain't no contemporary to it.
Savannah, that is not a rocking chair, babe. That's a sit down and be quiet
chair. That's a sit down and be quiet chair.
Yeah, that was brand new. Project Born that just dropped. Both of those tracks, actually. One featuring Ouija and Blase, and one featuring the Insane Clan, Pissy.
Oh, the goddamn Insane Clan.
Oh. So go peep that. Project Born.
Don't be a bitch.
Born Dead
Give it a
3,
listen.
The Reaper's Revenge. It's actually a pretty good record, man. They got all kinds of people on there.
Oh, yeah? PBJ?
PJB.
PJB, that's it.
PJB.
Yeah, there it is.
Little PBJ.
Little PBJ up in this bitch. I listen to PBJ all day.
Yeah, they got, like I said, they got those artists on there. They got
put a little honey up in that bitch.
They got Light on there. They got Genosha X on there. They got our homegirl La Perp.
Lil Perp?
La Perp.
Lil Perp? Oh, shit. Hey, girl.
Broccoli.
What's up, little Broccoli? What's up, girl?
But yeah, we have a special guest on the line.
Oh, shit. That's right.
That's what we do here. We're doing a little earlier than usual, but that's what we do.
Absolutely. I don't think the people mind a little bit of early interview.
Hopefully they don't mind. Hopefully everything. Hopefully they enjoy it. But yeah, we do have a special guest, the motherfucking homeboy Masetti. What's up, brother?
What's good?
What up?
Don't mistake him for a Maserati.
Did I say your name correct? We've argued about this for like 2 weeks.
My name is Anthony Masetti, but my rap name is Masetti.
Masetti.
Now, why would
like a machete?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
Got it right.
All right.
And that kind of goes why I named myself back in the day.
You know what? Anthony's a good, strong name. That is my name as well, sir.
Yeah, Anthony's Unite. You know
goddamn right.
Yeah,
that's not my name.
Actually, Masetti, and Masato are all like derivatives in Italian of the same last name.
Like tomato, tomato, potato.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm starting to think you're part of a secret, like, long line of a secret group organization shit. Are you?
I won't say I'm not.
It's the Illuminati.
It's some Muslimalatis.
Illumasetti is actually how it is.
There you go.
I shouldn't be telling you guys
Oh,
that.
shit. Well, we got our windows frosted out, so they don't got a straight line on us.
That
yet.
just means we won't see
there
them.
There might be people watching you right now.
Oh,
but
right, there is
you guys are
thermal
probably
fucking scopes. Shit.
Happens to the best.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
It's cool. It's cool. We're what are we?
The Masalamic.
We're,
Masiatis.
The fuck? We're
Replicon.
We're Replicon.
We're way off track.
Yeah. It's like reptilians, but it's our own. We're our own version.
We're repliconic.
Yeah, we're repliconic-tillions.
Yeah, there you go.
None of that's true at all.
But
half human, half reptile.
Don't confuse us with the lizard people, though.
Well, that's what a reptilian is.
Yeah, but we're not lizard
half
people.
reptile, half radio show.
We're dinosaurs.
Half
Never
dinosaur.
to be,
Dinosaurs
never to
are
be
reptiles.
confused. Never to be confused with the crab people either.
Yeah, I you know what? I could get down with a little pincher action there. You know, a little sideways
Wait, there's
walk.
crab people too?
Yeah, I didn't know there was crab
Of
people.
course, dude. They taste like crab, talk like people.
Okay, all right. You know, I've seen crab ass. Okay, you know when that you know that big pincher on the crab. You know that little bottom with a booty cheek meat, and it looks like the bottom of the big pincher on a crab. That's crab ass. So I mean, I've seen crab ass.
Oh my god,
that's crab claw ass. That's crab claw ass.
Crab ass.
Yeah, that's crab claw ass.
We're crab ass. It's crab ass.
It's crab claw ass.
Crab claw.
You guys haven't watched South Park at all? You guys aren't into South Park?
What season are we talking? Because I've seen like the first 14, but there's like 30 seasons of South Park.
I'm just talking about South Park in general because that's the crab people right there. That's the reference.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm sorry. Not a lot of people reference South Park like that, so
that's my
favorite
guard. Show right there.
Yeah, it caught me off guard.
I love
you said crab people. I immediately went to crab ass because I
was just literally envisioning crab people living in the sewers, as they say, the reptile people.
Now that he brings it back up, I know the episode he's talking about. Yeah, it's no.
I've probably seen it.
It's their spin on lizard people.
I don't. Yeah,
basically.
Okay. I just don't retain South Park, and I haven't watched it in a long time.
Not like that. I mean, you got Man Bear Pig, but
I haven't watched it since it was brand new.
But I do love South Park.
I do love South Park.
Fun fact, shameless plug, the creators of South Park, Matt and Trey.
They coming on?
Hopefully, but they got their start at Troma. We just interviewed the fucking...
100% them.
Yeah,
it's still them.
Oh, fuck yeah. You remember South Park? I remember.
Yeah, I remember.
I
remember they got their start at Troma Movies, and we just interviewed
South
the
Park's hands
CEO.
down my favorite show. That's my shit.
That's dope. That's a good show. Anyway, I will let you proceed.
We're super, super, super way off track, and I love it.
Super way off track.
But yeah, we got Mr. Illuminati himself, Masetti. Fuck. Sorry. Machete.
It's Masetti. It's a machete. It's a machete.
Masetti or Masetti.
I got machete.
It's a machete. I got machete.
I got machete.
Machete.
So you could go for the John Gotti version, or you could go for Masetti ready with the machete.
Masetti ready with the machete.
Yeah, there we go. Look at you guys. Look at you guys.
We've been practicing our rap skills, fam.
That's that free flow session that we got going on the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys don't know,
Masetti,
we're gonna learn. Motherfucking Masetti. So, I know you just dropped a new record, and I definitely want to get to that. For everybody who doesn't know about it, it's called Perseverance. Holy cow, bro. Go peep that out. But let's go back, man, to when you was just a little baby Masetti.
A little baby knife.
Getting started. I know you used to be in a group called Project Fatalist. Was that your first?
Before the Illuminati.
Before the Illuminati, yeah. Like, how did it all get started for you back in the early days when you was just a youngin'?
I always was interested in music. Like, I went to one of my first shows was an Eminem show when I was I believe 10 or 11. It was Eminem, Exhibit. There was a whole Executioners were there, Limp Bizkit. I think it was the Anger Management show. But from there, I went to Dark Lotus at 12 years old, and I went to a lot of different shit when I was younger. But when I was 15, I started taking it seriously, but before that, on the first Xbox, I actually had a game where you could record music on it, and of all things, it had a beat, like a couple beats, and me and my buddy made our first album on that Xbox game, and it was just fucking around. It was not at all to be serious. It was like, one of the songs was about like our pet, you know what I'm saying, like about a cat, and then one song was about like a girlfriend, one song was like about a Chinese restaurant we like going to, you know what I'm saying, and it kind of just went from there. It was just really fun to do at first, and then I got a headset microphone, and we did the same thing on a shitty computer, you know what I'm saying? But it was a little bit taken more seriously. Like, I made all the beats on it. Still, the concepts and the songs were just, like, not taking it seriously at all, you know? Like, freestyles and just not trying to, like, compete or make some, like, super dope-ass songs. And from there, at, like, 15, that's, like, the age where I was like, you know, I've been doing it for fun for so long. Let's see, like, if I can make, like, the songs that I like listening to.
But you had a fresh Britney Spears microphone.
And I really actually didn't. I had, like, at that point, I got like a $200 microphone for my shitty laptop, you know?
Yeah.
And at the time, I actually didn't want to, at 15, I didn't want to be a singer or a rapper. I had no aspirations of that. When I was younger, I wanted to be a wrestler, an actor, maybe a singer, but I was making beats at the time. So I produced all the records back then, and I would like jump on them sometimes making, like I said, a fun track, but I was producing and engineering all of them. And at the time I was making beats on Reason and got to like my 200th beat where I was making beats and my computer crashed.
Oof.
And I lost all the beats that I was working on. And of all things, I like heard it happen in the middle of the night. I heard like a power surge.
Oh no.
The hell is that? Like I saw like the light on my computer. It was weird. But all my computer actually threw everything on my backup drive. But my backup drive couldn't handle it all, so then that died. And I brought it to a specialist, and the guy's like, here's what I can do. I can save all the MP3s on your computer. And I was like, well, I need sessions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't bounce down all the beats. A lot of them were, like, work in progress, you know, but it was 200 beats, you know. I, like, knew it was right on that date, too, where I was like, damn, I'm, like, hitting my 200th beat. I'm starting to get really, really good at it. And I remember that was real soul-crushing, like knowing I couldn't get those beats back. But I was like, I still love music, but let me do something that, like, say if, like, the computer crashes, I still have it in my head. Like, with, like, songwriting and singing, like, if something crashes, I can do an acoustic version or...
I mean, you could plug your computer into a surge protector.
Oh, well, of course, I've gotten that since then. But I'm talking about shit like that happens all the time. Like,
oh, yeah.
My buddy sent me a song, and he's like, oh, we got to re-record that because the session, like, is corrupted. You know what I'm saying? Like, using certain plugins and shit like that.
Absolutely.
Happens a lot for people.
Oh, the file formats are the worst. I fucking hate them. They're annoying.
Yeah, and it was just one of those things where I, like, had a moment where I was like, I could stop music right then, or I could go harder with the shit. And instead, I still was making beats, but I was like, you know what, I felt like I was comfortable with that, so I just flipped the script and started singing, rapping, engineering. I felt like I'd got good with beat making, so I started doing different things. It's actually something I want to go back to doing, but I actually got more compliments from my singing and rapping than I did from my beats. People liked my beats, but I think there's definitely people who are a lot better than me, especially nowadays. You got to keep up and, like, be constantly doing it, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, nonstop, constantly. Beat, 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 for sure. That is very fucking true. So you lost everything, but I mean, so what? I mean, what happened? I mean, you just said you realized how much you loved it. You're like,
at that point, it was like what I had released was released. What I had lost. So I just basically got a new computer, started re-recording again, got a little bit better of a microphone, and then we started taking it a lot more seriously, because then we're like, I even had that in the back of my mind, like, with these songs, I'm even lucky that they're out type of thing, because I've lost so much songs before, and like stuff like work that and that's even happened later on in my career, where you lose songs or, like, you know, BS happens. But it's like, you just got to keep rolling with the punches, because if you, like, get swayed by it or you get upset with it, you're definitely not gonna. It's kind of like it ties into the new album, Perseverance. Like, there's been so many things that could have knocked me down or stopped me from making music, but I keep making music, and I have no plans of stopping at all, you know? And it's not something that it's like a marketing plan, or some people are for the fans, like, yeah, I'm going to keep going. It's just something that I couldn't imagine my life without making music.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. Fucking love it. That's the shit, man. That is the shit. So So obviously you said you were pretty young, 15, 16.
Yeah, that's when I started taking it seriously. Like, I think the Xbox came out. The Xbox game was like 12, 13. That's when I was like, I was, writing raps and stuff. I was definitely dabbling in it, but I wasn't serious at all about it. Like the topics, if you heard the songs, they were like, we had a song like a town anthem for our town, Agawam, and it was like songs we were just. But people in our high school and people like before that, even middle school, junior high, people were like listening to it, and it had that like buzz around school at the time. Like everybody locally knew it. And it was like when people started like in our town smoking and shit. So like we had a couple smoke anthems. Like we had a song called "Smoke Weed Every Day" that sampled Snoop Dogg, and like everybody was like smoking to that. Like when they were like 15, 16 in our town and shit.
I was gonna say, people. There's 40 or 50-year-old men, people still today that make that type of music, and they're dead serious about it. Like,
oh, exactly.
That's So
all things, that song was like the most buzzing, and it even showed me that like you can go niche-y like that, but you got to watch like if that's what I want to like represent for the rest of my life. You got to be down for that. Like the people like Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa that make it their identity. That's one thing, you know what I'm saying? But you got to like watch. If you want to do that, it's cool. But like I definitely like smoking weed, but I'm not trying to shove it down anybody's throats because it's like it works for some people and for other people it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like some people just get lazy with it. Some people it helps with their anxiety. It works. So it's hard to like just tell people to do something or like advocate for something that it's different on everybody.
Oh, for sure. So after that, so you're doing that, you're having fun with it, obviously, and I mean, was Project Fatalist? That's when you guys started taking it serious, and it was you and a high school friend?
Yeah, it was my best friend. Yeah, it was my best friend. It wasn't even like a high school friend. It was somebody I knew since I was 5 years old. It was a childhood friend, and we were making the music on the Xbox. He started definitely taking it more serious than I did, probably like, 12, 13, and I was just doing the beats for him. But like at like 15, 16, we both started taking it seriously, and that's when we kind of like really started doing the PF albums. And we did an album called Inspired. We actually started doing a mixtape called Live, Love, Life, and that's like that had kind of like a mix between the old funny songs but had some serious songs on it, and it did good around town. That was, I think, freshman year or like 8th grade, so it was like right around the time going into high school. So we sold a couple copies. We printed some up from a company called Disc Makers. They looked good, and there was a buddy who was just dabbling in saying dabbling too much. There's a guy who was going into graphic designing in our school, so he like did a cover for it. So it was just us like trying different stuff out, and sold kind of good. It just was something that around town that people were, we were like hear people driving by in their car, just getting their first car at 16, bumping our songs and stuff. So we were like, it was encouraging. So we made another CD called Revolution. That was like a follow-up to it, because the album was called like Inspired Revolution. And then we just kind of kept going from there. We did New Beginnings was like our last like official album, and it was definitely because it started getting more official, started getting more like money involved and stuff like that. And anytime that like stuff starts off as friends and then starts getting all like into business, things definitely start getting rough, especially involving other people and contracts and stuff like that. It just starts getting awkward.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So just you and your buddy. It was obviously your sound, like it's different than most of the people we talk to, even in the underground, and that's a good thing. But I mean, is that something? Is that just something you like? I don't know, like your sound, even from even in that group to your solo stuff. Obviously, you've had like a more of a serious sound, more of a. I mean, is that something you strive for? Is that the type of music you were a fan of growing up, or like?
You know what? I would look back on it and say that I was trying to do certain songs, but like, well, I would say during it I would be saying that, but looking back on it, I now see it as like literally being chapters of my life and like things I was going through. Like Dreamer, I was very optimistic, and I was very like, I was out in Cali, and I was just, things just felt right. I didn't care about the money or any of that. It just was like I felt good inside. So it was hard to make dark music. I wanted to make pop. I wanted to just make that feel good music. I didn't care what anybody said. That's just how I felt. And then like if you look at my like follow-up album, I did It Could Be Worse, and that album has a lot of angst on it, a lot of like anger even, and it was because I had just been kind of hurt by a lot of different people all at once, and I was just kind of wanted to like lash out, and instead of lashing out, I put it into music. But during the time, I just felt a whole different energy. I just couldn't have made the same album. So like sometimes I like to think, oh no, I'm just going with the flow, I'm evolving, but actually I look at it like, no, some of these are just chapters of my life and different moods and emotions that I was going through, you know?
Absolutely. Especially, I mean, you know, it's all part of growing up, just in general.
Yeah, because when you look at the older stuff, people say to me all the time, they're like, I wish you would do more darker stuff, or I wish this, and it's like, that will come. Like, stuff like that, like, because of life, there's going to be darker points. Things are going to knock me back down. And it's like, that's what I think a lot of people don't get with artists, is like, give them their time, because life is cycles. There's going to be positive moments and there's going to be dark moments, but sometimes people want to force artists, like even like with Tech Nine and KOD, they want that. Even myself at a time when I was a big fan of him, yeah. I wanted that darker, like, but that sometimes can like mess with an artist's mind, but they can't do that all the time. They're like, it just, I don't think that would make them an artist. That would just make them, you know, boxed into just one, you know, avenue.
Absolutely.
But that's definitely why I try to do different types of songs. Like I try to do dark, positive. I don't just try to box myself in. There's like certain things I kind of stay away from just because it wouldn't be authentic to me. Like I haven't done a country song just because I'm really not from the South and I don't really listen to country. No. You know what I'm saying? Just like I don't really do like techno music just because I never really listen to techno, you know?
No, for sure. Yeah, and you can't really force somebody to. I mean, it's not genuine. You can't just, if you're not in a dark place, you can't make a dark record.
Like, and I'm not above any of it. Like it's music, but it to me just like I'll attempt other styles because it's like, let me try it out. But like stuff like that just seems like a little bit of a far cry, you know?
For sure. No, it's to be honest, it's refreshing, especially in the underground scene, like to hear someone not doing that.
I love being part of the underground because that's what I grew up listening to. That's why it's like, to me, as when I was younger, I just wanted to be included. Like the fact that I'm even talked about in the ranks of the underground makes me feel great. And that's why people are always like, why don't you strive for mainstream status? Or I never really I wasn't striving for underground, mainstream, or any of that. I just wanted to make music. But the music that I was listening to growing up was underground music. It wasn't really, you know, besides stuff like Sublime and I would even say Cottonmouth Kings, but they were still underground. You know what I'm saying? At the time, they were kind of buzzing a little bit, but I was listening to Dark Lotus, Cottonmouth Kings, Twisted. Was listening to a lot of underground music. You know, so it feels. I'm happy to be ranked, you know, underground. But it's funny. People are always telling me, they're like, "Why are you striving to be ranked as more, you know, mainstream and stuff?" I don't really care where people label me. You know, but it's an honor to be at all associated with anything with music, but especially the underground.
No, that's the shit. It's just like you said, you came up listening to that type of music, and like I said something about you being on the show, and they're like, I'm like, he's basically like the Usher of the underground, which doesn't even make sense. But that's awesome.
I love hearing stuff like that. Like that doesn't offend me at all. Like that's the thing is I love doing hooks, and I think it's funny that I think a lot of people would like me to be like a hook on a song, but they have this like weird envy or jealousy, or I could do it better type of thing. And I've always had an outlook where I'm like, if I can make your song better, or I can make the song better because I like doing hooks. It's a strong point for me. But people have such an ego and competitiveness that they're like, they'll like my like stuff, or they're like, oh, keep doing you, but artists that are bigger than me won't work with me just because they're like, I don't want him to get the shine because he might sound better than me, instead of being like, oh, the song could sound better, you know?
Yeah, that's pretty weak. So I mean, I guess coming up as a fan in the underground, obviously your style is a little different than any of the bands you mentioned. How did you go from, you know, starting your group with your friend, starting to release your solo projects and things like that, and you actually ended up linking with, you know, like Loki and Dubs and several other people. Like, how did you go from kid working on his computer with his buddy trying to make music that the high school listened to linking up with the underground?
It was crazy. There was just an era where I can like remember the time where it's like a second time in my life where I started taking it seriously, even more serious, where I just got my associate's degree. And I was in college, and I was like, you know, it's 2 years in, and I could go for 2 more and get a bachelor's. I just like clicked in my head, like, what the hell am I doing? I'm like doing this for other people. Like, I'm doing it because it's expected. Like, I had a scholarship. I could go to colleges and stuff. But I was like, even if it had to do with music, sitting in a classroom talking about it wasn't the same as sitting in a studio and recording and just hands-on doing it. And it's like, certain people, obviously, I think college will benefit. But like me, it like clicked. I was like, I can't go here for another 2 years. I'm done after this. And it was literally like the last semester right before my associates. And I was going to quit and not get my associates. My mom and a couple people were like, just go for another month. You know, you're already in the classes, you know, like with good grades, just do it. But I almost like quit that day when it like clicked in my brain.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, why am I wasting my time in here? But at the time, I actually got a job for a company that was a video game company. It's called Games to You. And we were a video game bus, a game bus that would go to weddings, birthday parties, tons of different events. And I was making a lot of money off that. And so I was like, I don't need, you know what I'm saying, to like get a job in college. This is a good job. And it was funding my music at the time. So that's when I started getting a little bit better equipment. So I started really, you know, I bought a better computer. I bought better plugins. I was started investing in my craft. And that's when we started recording for the New Beginnings project. And it was like the album like right before it. But we had a couple singles like Under the Summer and stuff like that. And I was trying to have other people mix my stuff. And I had a underground rapper named Trouble mix my stuff, and a couple other people did it, because it just got to a point where I was writing it, sometimes producing it, mixing it, and I was doing too much of the background stuff. It just felt good to have somebody else help out, you know, like so I could just focus on the recording process, or just not everything, you know, just because I had to still get the artwork, everything, you know.
For sure.
And that's when I was listening to Joker at the time, and I was like, the mixes for Joker, I was like, were super dope. Like, he had such good mixing, and I loved his music. So I was like, let me reach out to him and see if he'll mix my music. And at first, I don't think he replied. And like another month went by, I was recording more music, and he like made a post about like mixing and mastering, and like had his email, shot him an email, and he liked the song a lot. And he like gave me a decent price for mixing and mastering, did the song, and it sounded awesome. And it felt good. Like, even to this day, I love like getting a song back in an email. Like when you get it mixed by a professional or somebody that really knows what they're doing and is passionate about it, it's like they breathe life into a song. Like they hear stuff that other people don't. And like hearing the first mix from him, I was like, oh damn, like we're gonna take over. You know what I'm saying? Like it just felt really awesome. Like he definitely took my music to the next level with his mixing.
For sure.
And
that's dope.
Yeah, so we just had him mix the album New Beginnings.
That's awesome, man. That's super dope. That he just linked up with you like that. So obviously you have I guess it appears to be a really good relationship with Dubs. How did you guys do a lot of music together? How did that relationship start?
Dubs is the man. Dubs, that's like a good tie-in with when I went up to Arizona to meet Joker for the first time, and it was after there was just that drama that I was just talking about. I don't really want to get into it. There's no reason to like bring it up. But me and Joker were working on a project for the Dreamer project, and of all things, we had that. Me and Dubs had a song that Till I Fall, which became Till I Fall.
Yeah.
And Joker heard it. Joker wanted to be a part of it. And we were just talking about videos in the underground at the time, like a lot of talented people. And he said something along the lines of, he's like, these people they make crap videos. We could like go out in the desert in fruit outfits and make a better video. You know, and I was like, it clicked in his brain. He's like, you know what, bro, I'm going to do that. You know, like he got it in his head, jumped on Till I Fall. Till I Fall was the perfect song to do for it. And he had Dubs fly out. You know, Dubs paid to fly out. I paid to fly out. We all went to Arizona, met at a mutual house, like the Joker's house at the time. And that's when I met Dubs for the first time, and we definitely just clicked. We made Till I Fall as just me and Dubs at first. Like it was like our first collab together. I think maybe we did one before, but it was in the early processes of us like doing collabs.
For sure.
And as like anyone could tell, like that song just like came together super easily, and it came out great. And it was just one of those things where it was effortless, and just from the views and the video and everything, it was a great experience. It was like, why not? When stuff comes that effortless and that just sounds so good, it's like, why not keep doing it? You know? And he's a great guy. I think that's why the music comes out so good, as we click as like friends, you know?
Yeah, hell yeah. No, and he's super talented too. Trust me, I found you because I found him and Nick. But I was like, this dude's fucking dope. Why haven't I heard of him? And then I'm like, oh my god, here's this guy too. What the fuck's happening? And then one of our listeners was like, how are you in the dubs and you don't know about this guy? And I was like,
he's the prime of he's underground just because he's a good father and he's like a husband and stuff, and that takes precedent over it. And he's still releasing a lot of material and everything, but when you have that responsibility, it's like I tell him, I want to hear new music from you, but I also am happy that you're not releasing music because I know you're being a good father. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of those dudes where it's like I'm hyped to hear new music, hyped to do new collabs with him, but it's like I don't get mad if, I don't hear from him for a couple days or something, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But actually, he's been going super hard with music lately, and, definitely he's excited about it, and I'm sure the fans will be when they hear all the music that's coming.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, man. I got a question from Heather in our chat room. She wants to know how you ended up linking up with Menacide. Was that through dubs, or was that different?
Menacide, I was a fan of back in the day. I remember there's a song called Hush. If anyone wants to hear a dope-ass song from Menacide, check out Hush. And he did a song on, I was a big fan of Loki back in the day. I followed Loki from his first EP, I think it was called Follow Me. Well, that was the one that I was listening to. He had one before it and stuff, but
that's dope.
Follow Me I was really into. And on Solo, his solo project, he had Menacide on it. And it was a super dope song. So I had two songs from Menacide that, to me were like underground classics. So later on, he kind of just made a resurgence in the underground, and I, made a nod that I was like, hey man, I've been a fan of your stuff. Let's work on a song. And that's how we did it. I think it was it's Praying to God or something. The song's just, I've done a lot of songs, so I'm forgetting the title of it, but we did one song, and then we did a song for Payback for his album that turned out really dope. But we did a couple collabs, I think 2 or 3, just like right off the bat, But he came back with a dope-ass resurgence lately and came out with an ill-ass album.
For sure. He won Replicon Radio Award last year, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, underground album of the year.
That's fucking boss. See what I'm saying? Yeah. I love that song Payback. The thing about him is he always makes super dope songs, but he just took that verse and built that hook that I did and built a dope ass song around it. Like he's just one of those people, he gets inspired by something, a vibe, or it's like you can tell by his album that each song has like a certain vibe that he captures and he really runs with it. But yeah, he's just a dope ass MC. Makes really great songs, quality music.
It's dope to hear you talk about how you were fans of these people, and then later on you're on Menacide's record, you're on Loki's record, you know what I'm saying?
I'm a fan of a lot of the underground, and I think a lot of people wouldn't even know of certain artists. Some people follow me now that maybe they saw that my name popped up when I bought their CDs back in the day, because I know a lot now of fans that I have. I know names and stuff. Certain ones, I'm bad with names, but certain names, if they pop up when I'm sending CDs and stuff, it just, it clicks in your brain.
Oh, yeah.
But for instance, I just remember I bought both of Shy One's albums when he dropped it, Where I Stand, I Will Fall.
He's coming back. He's coming back. Shy One's coming back.
He's been making dope ass beats, And there's just a lot of people. I just admire the underground. I admire anybody who's just passionate about their craft.
Well, he wasn't in the underground for a long time, and then he finally was like, all right, it's time for me to come back. Now he's been making beats. And he's working on some horrorcore shit. He's coming back to the horrorcore. I know he's been.
See what I'm saying though? I think a lot of people wouldn't expect that. That's the stuff that I grew up listening to. But I always for instance, when I say I love Dark Lotus, I love that first album, and I love the Tales of the Lotus Pod, and I love Black Rain because it's Egyptian. It's different. It's like buying a movie, and I'm not trying to copy that at all. I don't think my music even tries to emulate that, but I think that is an awesome tone it's hard to do when you can make music that sounds like that just takes you to a different place. And that's what I strive for, is that magic type of music that at least can take you alleviate some stress and stuff. But those type of albums, even though they were dark and aggressive, they just had a tone that brought you somewhere, like a movie,
Oh, absolutely. The Tales from the Lotus Pod, that definitely moved a lot of us. I know that it has its home with all of us here at Replicon. We definitely love that album. Are you ABK or Mars version?
You know what? It's funny that everyone goes about it. I like both. I remember knowing both the lyrics of it. At the time, I remember loving ABK for a certain period of my life, and then certain points I was like not into the list that much. But then, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You go through like phases, you know. But I still, there's certain songs from him, like he had that One Last Chance or something. It's like a super poppy song with that big video of, I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh no, I know. I'm talking about Tales from the Lotus Pod, not just ABK in general.
I know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just, you know, I'm not trying to throw shade at ABK because he's a dope ass artist. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, for that album, when I first heard it, I was like kind of used to the Mars version at certain times. You know what I'm saying?
Because I grew up on the Mars one.
Flashed out, pussy hoes, we roll, Dark Lotus, Black Rain. You know what I'm saying? He had a dope ass verse on that Alibaba song. You know?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so no shade on Mars.
Oh, no, it's no shade on it. I was just asking. You know, there's no hate on none of it. I was just asking.
Of all things, I loved that album, but I was really into Black Rain. I think that one, it's not that I got
Black
slept
Rain
on,
is dope.
I loved The Walls. There was, Kaboom. I remember a kid in my town who was super, super Christian or like Catholic, and he loved Kaboom so much. Like, when I showed him, he was like, couldn't listen to any of that music, but it was like, you could tell in his soul, he's like, this shit's just, I've never heard music like this, you know? It was like converting him to, like, you know, not the dark side, but this kid had never heard some, you know, his parents aren't going to let him listen.
That's like really somebody trying to fight who they really are. It's like, no, I'm supposed to be this way, but I really feel this.
Well,
I feel this.
And there's a lot of people like that.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
I wasn't trying to be that guy from him, but I was like, this is what I'm listening to when he was showing me his stuff. You know, I can make it. The shit was dope as hell. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Black Rain was dope. The first two albums of Dark Lotus for me is the shit.
We can't even play Masetti anymore. We're just going to play Lotus the rest of the show.
There's songs afterwards that were super, like the Can You Keep a Secret? They had dope songs after it. But
Absolutely.
I'm just saying, at the time in that era, that's when I was loving, you know, like, I even love the Amazing Jekyll Brothers came out. That's the 20-year anniversary. I
feel like me and this dude would get along a lot. Because me and you have the same similar taste in the dark, the evil, like the type. It just resonates with us, you know.
Mad Max knows I was a fan of his for his Sick Hop album.
God damn it!
So me and Descendant, the other half of PF, we loved Sick Hop back in the day. We loved In the Absence of Sanity.
Me and this guy I think we could get along because we.
I liked Cage a lot. You know, the Movies for the Blind album. There was a lot of people in the underground that I was looking up to.
Absolutely.
I liked Necro back in the day. I haven't really listened to his stuff lately, but his first albums, The Gory Days and stuff, were pretty crazy. All those, I just love the beats, those grimy, you know, sounds like you're in a horror movie. And it's still to this day, I really like horror movies and slashers.
The early era of the horror, the true horror, I mean, it's hard to replicate that. It's kind of like the early versions of the horror movies that, like, they came out with the foundation, and it's so hard to replicate that without sounding like you're just copying other people. That era, the early 2000s, was crazy.
It's indicative of mirroring society and what's popular, though, too, because people think that, like, crazy sound effects and slash murder kill is crazier than back in the day. It was about creepiness and about tone and about eeriness, and that's what I still think is scarier. Like, it's not the killing, it's the, you know, it's the vibe, it's the when you can scare someone just by looking at them. It's like if you've seen the new It trailer. If you see, like, that old lady with, you know, she's like stares into the camera for like 30 seconds.
Yep.
It gives anybody chills. There's nobody dying in it and stuff like that. And that's what, like, I even think of Drifter by Q Strange. Q Strange was super dark, but it was also just had a super, like, eerie vibe where you actually just felt like you were a drifter on the side of the road, you know?
Right.
It's hard to be replicated.
It really
Replicon.
is. Yeah.
That's right.
Not to be confused with Replicon.
It's hard to be Repliconed.
Yeah.
I'm choking, talking too much. I need to get a drink. 1 sec, I got it.
Get a little sip. He's a sip. No, I feel like me and him get along a lot. He knows we have, like, mirrored horrorcore past. I just don't rap.
Hell yeah. Yet.
Yeah. Who knows?
I've gotten into all stuff. I grew up, like, there's a different side of music for everything. I loved System of a Down, Blink 181, Blink 182, I love Korn. Blink 81.
That was fucking awesome. That was epic right there.
It was Blink 472.
Blink 181, the
it's
shit.
just like the new Blink 182, that's just, but this one just doesn't have Mark Hoppus instead.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
So there you go. It's Blink 181.
Yes, exactly. That's Angels and Airwaves, actually.
Yeah, right. It's like Diet Blink 182.
Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah, I would definitely say
dude.
I am a fan of the new Blink 182 stuff that they do have out. It's not bad sounding at all.
I see a lot of people talking about they're going to the Blink 182 Lil Wayne concert around here. They're asking me to go, and I just haven't gone to a concert in a while. It's hard to, as an artist, like I work on music all day, to go do that. But also I was just like, man, I saw back in the day, I saw Lil Wayne pop up at a show and he killed it, and I didn't even realize how many hit songs he had. He did 10 songs. Everybody in the crowd sang every single lyric of them. And Blink-182, I'd love to see him live, but the only thing I it's not really the same without Tom DeLonge. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's like kind of both of them. It's not that they're past their prime. I'm not trying to hate, but it's just not a show I'm trying to go. But a lot of people, I guess, are going to it around here.
Yeah, and that's it's a weird lineup. Lil Wayne and Blink 182.
Exactly.
Like, what
it's
the fuck?
Strange lineup. And I heard there was a version of Lil Wayne on Small Things or something, and it just did not move me.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely a different lineup that nobody's ever used to, and I guess it's just really the way they did it was to pull ticket sales in, I guess.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
of
hell
course.
yeah. And everybody's talking about
it. The iMembers are killing it right now. I remember you. Look at Jurassic Park. Fucking all these movies. And some of them obviously are killing it, but it's like some of them are just so unnecessary.
Yeah.
Cash grabs,
That's exactly what it is.
They're raping the things that we loved back in the day. They're raping my Batman. They're raping my Joker.
God.
It's like, stop doing that with these characters.
Right.
I don't mind that new Joker bioflick. Sounds pretty cool. But on the other hand, haven't really liked any stuff they've done with Batman and that Robert Pattinson. I'm not a guy that's I hate the Twilight. Who cares about all that stuff? But it doesn't excite me. It's not. It's something I'm can tolerate. And I feel like that's what Hollywood is right now. It's we tolerate it. Nothing's moving, nothing's inspiring, but we tolerate it. And I hope that's what with music, I hope never happens with underground or with my music. I don't want it to get to a point where it's just tolerated. I want to do stuff that's different. And I want to do stuff that you like, and certain stuff doesn't really hit. That's what being an artist is. But a lot of times people are just trying to okay, we put 20 million in, we're trying to get more than 20 million. We're trying to get 30 million. And that's what they even look with music. If I get this album and I just don't spend over $4,000 and I make $8,000, and it's that's not how you do a project. You know what I'm saying? If it's really, you put your passion into it, if you put your time into it, and you're talented, it should work. But they're putting weird people together and stuff. It's just not inspired by a lot of the movies and stuff like that lately.
For sure. No, and I definitely agree with the we tolerate it, and it kind of is. It almost is kind of what was going on with the Juggalo world and all the beef, but now the real underground is rising back. People like you and Mad Max and Minocide returning and Alazulu, and everybody's fuck this, we're reclaiming this bitch, and I love it.
It's crazy. Doesn't that happen? It's happening in not only in music, but it's happening with wrestling right now with the AEW. You know what I'm saying? It looks like. And even with Twisted leaving and going off and doing their label, people are just taking chances right now, whether they're hated or loved for it. I like to see people take chances,
Absolutely. Fuck yeah, man! I love it. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's
literally how I feel. I hate how sometimes I say it too much. I've probably said it 3 or 4 times, probably after albums and stuff. But I always tell people it's a new era. But it really feels like that with this project to me. Is I didn't make the Perseverance as an end-all, be-all project. It's not something where I'm banking off of it or I'm this is the one. It is a great project, but just like I said, it's a chapter amongst many chapters, and there's going to be another chapter. But right now, for the next couple months, I want to do singles. I got a great song coming out with that Massive Man artist in Rhode Island. right now I want to have fun, and I did that Perseverance album just kind of to put something out, a project of work that people could go stream and stuff while I go do singles and kind of have fun. But they're not going to just be kept in the vault. They're going to be coming out soon.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say you mentioned the Master Men. You kind of took a break to hang out with us. You just shot 2 music videos in the last 2 days, right? One with them and
I shot "Depend on Me" the other day, and that video came out. That came out like a couple days after shooting it, and then yesterday and this morning we did a video for a song called "Toxic Lovers" off his album, and that was in Rhode Island, which is about 2 hours away from me. So I went over there and met up with him. He's a super dope artist who's got a lot of traction right now. He had a song called "Victims" that came out that kind of blew up. It's about like anti-bullying and stuff like that, but it's a really dope song. He's a really dope underground artist. He's someone that actually Mad Max I see interacts with a lot too. So, but yeah, he's got a lot of notoriety around here, and he's just a good guy. Another one of those artists like Dubs who we don't work together because he's a bigger artist. I work with him because he's just like we click so well.
Hell yeah, no, that's dope, man. I love that. I love to hear it. To be honest, I almost feel like an idiot that I didn't know about you sooner, because you're dope and you work with a lot of dope people like Dubs and Minneside and super famous Fun Time guys. And
well, I appreciate that.
I love those people. Like,
yeah, they're all great people. The thing with me is I consider a lot of them friends first. Where it's like if we do music and stuff, it's awesome, but I'd rather make sure that we stay tight and they can hit me up and talk, or if they need something, you know what I'm saying? That's what I try to, my number one focus is, because a lot of people, it's easy. I've seen it happen with my own friends. Just a lot of people fade off with life and stuff. Yeah. So, you meet good people that are talented and stuff. Those are that energy that I want to keep around me,
For sure. No, that's super dope. So, I guess going back to kind of your story, obviously you started doing the solo thing, Dreamer, Could Be Worse, White Noise, Self-Reflection, several other things, projects with Dubs. You just released Perseverance, 10 days ago? So that's
could be even less. Could be it was, I think, last Friday, so.
There you go.
It's Monday, so.
There you go. So.
No, it was like that. Hey, you're right. No, you're right, bro. It is. Time's fucking going by so fast. It is like.
No, I feel you. We promoted the show and said his new album just dropped, and it was actually your new video because the album dropped the week prior, so we fucked it up too. So I was like, damn.
I tell you the truth, it came out May 17th, but the next week, which is this last Friday, when the video dropped, that's when I felt the album was done, because I told myself this album's not out till the songs are finished and I have a finished video for it. So I was really going down to the wire to make sure it came out for that date I wanted. And it's not because I have to contractually do anything. I'm an independent artist, but I just found that sometimes if I set dates for myself, like I'll put extra work in because I know it's like, I gotta have it done by this time. It's almost like I know I don't have to, but if I set that, I just put a little bit more pressure on myself. Helps me get some stuff done where I feel like otherwise I might slack off,
Oh, absolutely. You gotta set dates and goals, and that's the only way to get shit done.
Yeah, and it's like that was something I never had to do recently, but as time goes by with our life, it's just there's more distractions and stuff. I always want to just keep working on music and stuff, but there's a lot of things that come in the way, but there's things to make it to where when you do get back in the studio, you're not just like frazzled by the day, you're ready to go,
Absolutely. So with all the obviously with the solo stuff and your solo career getting bigger and bigger and bigger, what happened with you and your friend with Project Fatalist? I know it was featured on projects and stuff, right?
We actually just had a talk recently, and we have talks a lot. Like, we're definitely still friends, but around that time there was a lot of drama. I remember, I don't want to go into too much detail. It's not anything. I'm sure people would like a good drama story, but it just doesn't make me feel good. Doesn't make me or him look good. You know what I'm saying? It's friends fighting when people should be able to get over it. But
for sure,
when we were at the time, I remember I was working at that job that I was talking about for video games. He was working there too, and I had to hire another worker, and I got him that job. And one time I'm working with a new worker, and he goes, "Hey, that dude hates you. And this is my best friend." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "No, he doesn't." He's like, "Oh, he was talking a lot of crap when we were working together." And his first day, he's working with my buddy Andy, and he kind of vented to him. And this kid I don't like when people snitch on people or talk, but this worker that I just hired kind of came to me. I'm basically his boss, so I didn't treat it like that, but he's like, your friend's talking a lot of crap about you. And, when I talked to him about it, he just expressed he wanted to go solo and do his own thing, but kind of hurt that he didn't come to me first. He was talking to other people. And that kind of was the start of it, and it spiraled from there. And I don't like doing that, because it's like I don't like throwing people under the rug, because there's tons of stuff that happened since then. But that's when, there was a lack of trust. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was like, how could you? And it kind of spiraled from there. There's been a lot more stuff said, in music and out of music, that's just like you could have came to me and vice versa type of thing, But we've had a talk recently, and we're good as friends, but it's hard to like go into music when a lot of stuff's already been said and done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to go right back into things. And I feel more comfortable right now doing solo music because I have full control over it. If like, say something happened with the Joker, say Andy, again, you know what I'm saying? I putting all my chips on that. I love music too much to like just be so stressed out with it. And with my own music, I have full control over it. But with other people, it's 50-50. It's a partnership. So you've got to deal with everything. You know what I'm saying? You got to deal with if they're having a bad day, or if they don't want to make music, or if, you know what I'm saying? Then all the time you invested, it's like, maybe I should have put it into my own stuff. It's kind of how I felt with not just him, but with a lot of people. I was investing a lot of time, money, and I don't think they were feeling the same way about me, I think a lot of people nowadays, it's not just him, I think a lot of people nowadays are out for self, and my brain works differently. I really believe that. I'm not competitive. I want to see the people I think are talented and that I love win, but I think a lot of people want that temporary gain, and they're not thinking about the long term,
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more, man, for sure.
Yeah, and it wasn't like, the thing is, like I said, I want to reiterate, me and him are definitely friends, but because there was a lot of things pent up, we had no fights from like 5 to 22. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's got to be like stuff harbored up, and there was stuff that's happened where I just swept it under the rug. And there's stuff probably he could stay the same, but it all comes back up. And what I realize is for future friendships and relationships, I don't want to let things go that far, and that's why I like have talks with people, and they're like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like to. If you know any of that, when you like kind of confront people anytime, people get upset. Sometimes they don't want to hang out with you anymore. But I just know that that's healthy, because I don't want to harbor anything towards people or have people talking bad behind my back, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I'm just past that point in my life. A lot of people are really gossipy, and I'm way too low key for that. I don't care about any of that.
Yeah. No, I get it, man. I appreciate the honesty. It's cool to hear someone even talk that way and understand.
I'm still completely cool with him, and I'll be open to do music with him. It just kind of sucks that I'd want to do a PF, but I want to do that. But it's definitely not in the cards right now. We're on two different wavelengths, But it's just good that we can be friends. But it's the Joker situation either, because I'm sure you guys are going to want to get into that, but. That one is just unfolded a lot like how people saw it unfold, but it just started getting like extra rumors and stuff extra added onto it with we're friends, we're best friends. I was living out there. A lot of people thought because I was signed to his label that he was doing stuff like mixing, recording, and all that stuff for free, which he wasn't. I was paying for all that, and I was paying for a room at the house we were living at. I was paying 1/3 of the rent. So I just thought like I was part of the operation. I thought I was more part of Joker ENT than not just an artist. I thought I was kind of contributing and a friend, And when you blur that line between friends and business, things get sketchy, Like I wasn't getting money like I thought I should get, and that I thought I was owed. And a lot of the times, like seeing after I was, but. No. Things like that. And it's like you don't, because it's a friend, you let things slide, but eventually you go, well, right now you're looking out for yourself and not for me. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And at the time, I started just doing my own thing. I was working my own job, paying my own rent. I hadn't smoked for a year, and I'm a known guy who smokes a lot of pot. I like it. I had tons of talks with him while living there and being friends with him, saying, hey, I'm smelling it around the neighborhood. It's Cali. It's legal here. I want to. You know what I'm saying? Would you be open to? I know you hate it. You know what I'm saying? Didn't smoke it at his house. That's a lot of people like, you smoked at Joker's house? No, I was doing it on my own time after work and stuff. But he found out, well, we had a new roommate, his brother-in-law, which I became great friends with. He was Schoolboy Q's trainer, and me and him were really great friends. He was living at the house, so we just became real close. And one night, he kind of just let it out. He goes, yeah, me and Anthony have been smoking. And Joker was very hurt by that. But we had a talk, and I thought we'd settle things, and we were going to, let that slide. Not even let it slide, but just deal with it, the next day. I talked with him, and the next day I got a text saying I got to leave, that I was kicked out. And it said I had a certain amount of days to leave, and I left that next day, which he was upset about. But it's like, he wanted to talk more. It's like, no, I was asked to leave. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if I waited 30 days or not. I left. I packed my stuff up, and I left. And I think he just wanted to, continue talking and stuff. And at the time, I was just really hurt by it. I was like, really? Thought we were more past this as friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then because of that, and because I left, and the image probably looks bad, there was a lot of stuff that just painted me as a bad guy. When it's like, dude, well, I didn't smoke in the house. There was a lot of things that just got embellished, which, like, the one thing I can admit is that I smoked weed on my off time, but I don't really look at that like a sin, or even that's something that I really got to apologize for. I definitely am sorry that I did it behind his back, but at the same time, I'm a grown man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. Yeah, like I just.
I guess he mentioned it in a song or something like that. I guess.
Let's say that again.
I guess he mentioned that happening in one of his songs.
Well, no. Right after I left, he was taking down my music. He was doing very vindictive things. There's tons. I'm not trying to throw him in the bus, but he hacked my sister's email. I had people, fans of his, saying, hey, he's trying to do certain things. I had a lot of stuff where it's like hard to be friends with someone after that. Like, I still have love for the dude, and I'd like to get over it, but when they're angry, they do a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? They make a lot of irrational moves. And I was angry too. I made that It Could Be Worse album out of anger. And like I said, people like that album. I'm sure another album will come like that. But I'm not trying to live in that darkness and constantly be in that energy. You know what I'm saying? Some people can thrive in it. I felt it killing me physically. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be envious and jealousy. Some people can live like that. I don't want to live like that. I want to, like, resolve issues. Some people you can make great music in the darkness. I'd rather have, like, a peaceful mind than be like all this fucked up artist who's making this dark, beautiful music. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be whack and have a fucking peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people just got it really fucked up. They're trying so hard to get money or fame that they don't understand that mental health matters too. You can't make good music, or you can't help your family if you can make dope music and then you're like fucking your wife up or fucking your kids up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely,
all of it has to be good across the board. Or eventually it comes out. I'm not going to name names, but you'll see it with artists where it's like, their music starts falling off, but you also are like, damn, their life seems to be falling off. And it's because they were like so concerned with the money or certain aspects, or like how they looked, the clothes, that they weren't worried about their friends or their foundation or their health, or, and I'm not, I've done it too myself. Like, I'm not saying I'm above it. I'm definitely reckless with, my health sometimes, and with a lot of things I've made bad decisions too, but, I try to be better at the end of the day.
Hell yeah. You got me shaking my head yes so much. I know no one can see me, but I'm just over here like nodding, like, yeah, yes. Like,
yeah, and I'm gonna reiterate, both those people, like Descendant and Joker, because I know if the people like drama, if it gets out, I have love for both of them. Nothing negative to them. I made great music with both of them, and I hope we make great music in the future. I hope things can change, but I know enough now. I'm not the same optimistic person. I'm realistic, and I know that I have to keep pushing no matter what, and I'm not going to stop my momentum and stop my perseverance to try to go down a road I've already gone down when I've been bitten or when I've been hurt before, or when I see that some people just aren't on the same wavelength as me. And I'm not talking about talent or anything. They could be way better than me. Both of those people are two of my favorite artists. But if it hurts my mental health, if it hurts my head, or if I feel underappreciated, or if it's just, if it makes me not want to make music, I'm going to stay away from it. Because music's the only thing that makes me feel good. Music's the only thing lately that like really makes me feel powerful. It gives me superpowers. So when people take that away from me and they try to make me feel like not a regular person, I'm not. We're all regular people. But when they try to make me feel less of it, like I'm just a piece of shit, I'm not. And we are. All of us are. We all have a superpower. And I found mine. Don't try to hurt me because I found mine. Well, when you're still confused. And that's what I think a lot of people are doing. I'm confused, so I'm going to lash out and hurt you.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. I mean, some people never realize that or understand that or get to that point, so that's awesome.
It takes self-reflection. It takes a lot of looking inward, and it doesn't feel good, you know? Like, and I get it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's helped me. I had this people don't get that this Perseverance album, it definitely came out of a winter depression. The album I literally started the album when I got back to Massachusetts after, you know, a rough patch in my life. And I got back around October, and I knew it was coming up. I get winter depression. I've lived in Massachusetts 22 years prior in my life. I was living out west for 4 or 5 years, you know, but came back, and I knew it was coming again, the winter where there's no sun, it's gray, it's cold. I don't really like the cold, and I just stay in my room and record, and, you know, a lot of people don't come by. It's just one of those things where I'm in my head a lot. And I didn't even realize the time had gone by so fast, but I recorded about 75% of the album and was planning on releasing it as a different album title and everything. And it probably had a different vibe because there was a lot of songs I recorded that I cut or changed up, you know, but it came at a really dark time. I was just really in my head a lot, and I was feeling like that song Exhausted was definitely how I felt mentally. I felt physically like I was hurting in my brain and like my heart and my chest. You know, like it was like the first time in my life where everything had like started to like catch up on me physically. Mentally, I've been feeling it for years. Anxiety, stress, and friendships not working, trying so hard to control stuff I had no control over. But it came to like a physical point this last year where I was like, damn, like I got to change something, meditate more. Or, like that's why I even have a song on there called Medication, where it's like, I don't want to take like a Zoloft or anything like that or smoke weed some days, but I'm taking everything like daily, like I'm smoking weed daily because it like I'm starting to do it as a medication. It's not like a fun. It used to be something where I like getting that feeling high. I felt less anxious and I could eat a little bit better and watch a movie. It's starting to be like where it starts making me feel normal, or my stomach hurts, or you know what I'm saying? It's getting to a point where I'm starting to feel like it's a medication. And I get scared of those things because anybody who's really reflects of their own health should understand that, you know, I love smoking weed. I love doing a lot of things but maybe they're not good for me. Other people drink. Other people maybe grab a pill, you know, but my medication has been a weed lately, and sometimes I'm smoking a little bit too much a day, an eighth a day. It's not really that healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what anybody says. But sometimes I just get in those moods where I'm just really in my head. And this last winter, I really got in my head. I'm glad I made this album and made something out of it, but during that time I was really low. My family actually got me a cat, and it might sound stupid, but it's because I really love dogs and cats. They knew a dog would be hard to have in the studio. I have a really small spot, and I love animals. I take care of animals. I had a job in Cali in Arizona where I was a professional dog and cat watcher, and I would watch houses that were like Malibu billion-dollar houses because they'd have like a little Lassie dog in it and be like, I can't leave my house for a week because of my Lassie dog, and they'd have me sit at their mansion and watch their dogs and stuff.
Oh, wow.
But I like went from doing that to coming back to my house to, you know what I'm saying, a lot of friends that I thought were friends were being really, you know, kind of cold with me. And a lot of people, when you come back to town, it's like, and I'm staying with family, helping out families in between stuff, they want to be like, talk you down to, oh, you're back around, not knowing that it's like, they don't know what's going on. And it's instead of trying to like prove anything to people, you just let them believe what they want to believe, you know. But sometimes you come back down, they're like, oh, thought you were in Cali, you know what I'm saying, that type of vibe. And it just kind of, you know, I just put stuff into music. I just sat in the studio and recorded instead of, I definitely was still in my head, but instead of doing something stupid or drinking, or I tried to just work on this album and maybe help other people who have mental health issues or suffer from depression or anxiety.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Hell yeah. So if you guys want to experience that and learn about what he's talking about, go stream or purchase Perseverance Do you have physical? Can they purchase physical copies, or is it all digital?
I actually have. I did, but I did a limited batch. I don't have too much left, but yes, there is a couple physical copies on my like Big Cartel page.
There you go. Go scoop that up. Support this man. Support the underground. Support fucking dope music.
Hell yeah!
I
if
promise.
people could stream on like Spotify, that would be the dopest. Because of all things nowadays, everybody it's like you can go stream it for free on YouTube. All this stuff, anybody can listen to it. But Spotify is the only company that's actually like paying checks right now for music. A lot of artists I look up to and stuff have been telling me that to get that buzzing and stuff, and it's for people to listen to for free, and it can help out the artist. Because everything else is really like pennies on it. They're doing it too, pennies on the dollar. Yeah. But it's the only thing that, it helps support me and stuff, because I don't care. Listen to my music for free, like I don't really give a fuck. It's a new era, I'm not expecting to get paid like $10 a CD or do it like they used to do, but it's just cool that Spotify right now is the only one that's kind of paying out artists right now. So
for sure,
if you got Spotify, go stream all my catalog, go put that shit on repeat.
That's right. Go fucking enjoy it. Go bump it. It's different. It's different than maybe what you're used to in the underground, but it's amazing, and I'm sure you know that by just hearing the guy talk about it.
Yeah, if you guys want me to send I'll send a signed copy to the studio you guys are at. So just after this call, just send me an address or something, and I'll give you guys a signed copy. Send it to Replicon.
Oh, look at that. We're moving up. Hell yeah. We're moving up in the world. We're going to keep that.
That would be dope.
Make sure you guys check out Replicon's eBay a week. No, I'm kidding. Totally joking. But that's the shit, man. So I got...
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm probably sounding all fucking crazy in this interview, but yesterday in that video, we were in an abandoned building, and a lot of my videos, if you saw Caved In, are in like abandoned crazy places, and I always get sick the day after, because, like, for instance, I asked the guy who was like the owner of the last place, and I was like, "And it's good you guys don't have asbestos." And he's like, "What do you mean don't have asbestos? We got tons of asbestos in here." And it's like the video I did last night was kicking up tons of like dust and stuff. We had a smoke bomb. Not smoke bomb, we had tons of smoke bombs, and one of them, if you like watch my IG story video, you can see I had it, and like it sparked in my hand, and all the smoke afterwards, I was blowing my nose, and it was all blue because of the paint.
Oh yeah.
And we had like blue and green, but I just was definitely inhaling a whole bunch of it. I got like the drip in the back of my throat right now. Like, it's gonna look super dope, but people don't even know what the fuck goes into it. I get sick and like run down. And the Depend on Me video, the same thing. I did the video, felt a little sick afterwards. Could have been this. My buddy actually got me a lobster roll after the video, because my album, like, as like a little, congratulations thing for the album come out. It ends up, the lobster roll fucking was like bad, got me sick. Ugh. And the day after like my album came out, I was literally throwing up for 12 hours straight, like with the worst sickness like I've had, food poisoning. So it's like I couldn't even like, I can't like even, I wasn't trying to make a post on Facebook or like IG, like go buy my, I'm just sitting there sick as hell, like, so it's like.
So you got asbestos, food poisoning, and fucking smoke and inhalation. Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. And it was all like in the past, it's all been in this last week. I've been doing a whole bunch of shit. It's all going to look awesome, and I'm sure it's going to, when it comes out, I'm really excited for what it'll do, but it just gets to a point where I get like a day off and I just want to relax. But then, I got other stuff I can do. Like,
then we make you pour your heart out for an hour.
Yeah, exactly. And if you like sit down for a second, people are like, because I do music, and I basically right now I am just like working for myself. You take one day off and people are like looking at you, oh, you got that luxury, where you can just take a day off. It's like people get days off for a normal job. I work literally every day for what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, they judge me by the 1 hour they see me like relaxing, and not seeing that like the 364 days where I'm in the studio and don't go out,
Terrible.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Terrible.
And that's like, I'm not even saying people. I'm talking about a lot of times that's family members and stuff, because it's jealous that it's a lot of people with jealous that when you find a passion, you're going to realize there's a lot of people that don't want you to go do it. You guys, I'm sure, see it. But there's people that are like, that are insecure that they didn't chase their passions. So they don't want you to. They want you to go do something different. Go do something, compromise. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And sometimes it works. Sometimes you have to. We're all dealt different cards. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I have the kid, it's not my life anymore. I'm going to be taking care of the kid. But, you know, I'm saying, and someone goes, you're lucky you don't have kids. You'd be putting less work in music. No, I've actually made a choice to not have kids. I've actually don't go with girls that much to not have kids. And maybe in the future I will, but I spend more time in the studio. You're not going to have a kid if I'm busting a nut on the studio, in the track. You know what I'm saying? I'm not busting a nut in a girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving birth. This is sounding super psycho. I'm giving birth to a track. I'm not giving birth to a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, my effort is going into something else. So, but it's like, you know, but you just got to, you know, play with the cards that you're dealt. And right now, I love making music. That's all my energy going to go into. But I see right now, that's why the album's called Perseverance, is I see the energy isn't supportive. And maybe it's this day of age, but I'm talking about family, I'm talking about friends. A lot of people right now are just like, don't elevate past me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to. I'm trying to make beautiful music to help people. But people are looking at it like, if this gets a lot of views or if this blows up, you might surpass or not talk to me anymore. I'm not that type of guy. It's nothing to do with that. I'm going to make music for the rest of my life, whether it blows up, quote unquote, or not. I don't care about that. I'm fine with it. My goal is, and I said it before, my goal is to make a decent living off my music. And when people say, it's like, well, what does that mean? I'm just talking about, so I'm not sitting there struggling to eat. You know, I'm just asking. I don't need $1 million. I want enough to where I can pay the bills, and I don't have that right now. Some people think I got that, but I'm striving for it, and I see it in my sights. You know.
Hell yeah.
But right now it's a couple hundred here and there, and some weeks I'm not making money, and some weeks I'm making good money, and that's the life of an independent artist. It's definitely the life of somebody who's pursuing their dreams, entrepreneur. You know, and I'm fine with that because other people do it, other people have done it. But yeah, my goal right now is to just keep getting better at music. People are like, take your time, make a lot of dope videos, or I've had a lot of people that want me to do more like niche-y songs that could kind of blow up, you know, about certain subjects, clickbaity. I'm just not that type of artist. I've told them I like that. I think certain people can kill it that way, but I'm fine with just making music and seeing what comes with it. I want to make 20 songs, and I feel like one of those songs is going to be awesome to certain people. And that list of 20 songs, number 2, you might love. And then number 7, this guy might love. Number 8, like there's something in there for people. And that's what I think with music. I'm never dead set on one song or think this is going to be the one. I'm just fine with the whole process of making music. Like, I just want to get better. One of those is going to be something that I love and then the fans love, you know, that I'm going to want to perform. It's like shots in the dark. They're all just different shots that I'm taking, hoping that one of them can move you, can move me. Because I'm a fan of, I listen to the music too. Some of the songs I don't listen, I'm not sitting there bumping my new album Perseverance because I just spent the last 6 months mixing it. I did everything. No one helped me with this project. No. I got help with the graphics and stuff. I don't want to I don't want to say that like my buddy Shane Craft didn't help out. He helped out a lot with the graphics. But for mixing, no one helped me with mixing. I write all my own stuff. I record all my own stuff. It was a lot of time just in the studio, you know, working on this project.
Hell yeah. That's what's up, man. All the production, all that. Yeah, all by you and how? Hell yeah, takes a long ass time. That's a lot of tedious work for people that.
Yeah, exactly. You know it, bro. It's like certain days you feel. When I just tell myself, and this can help other artists. When you sit down in the studio, or when you're in the studio, you're gonna kill it. You're gonna make awesome work. But just allow yourself the time to go sit down in it. Just like you with the radio station, anything you want to do, just allow yourself the time to go do it. And you're going to sit down and go, okay, now I'm ready to kill it. But like maybe the hour before you go, I don't want to. Same thing with working out. I don't want to. Fuck. But then you get there and you're like, fuck, I'm here. I'm going to go hard. And it's the same thing with the studio. You're like, well, why half-ass it? I'm here. So just give yourself the time. And that's what I did for this project. I didn't feel up for it. I was going through a winter depression. I wanted to literally sit in my bed and mope and be like, oh, my friends don't care about me, this happened, girls have hurt me, blah, blah. Think about the past. Nah, what is that going to help? That doesn't help anybody. That doesn't help me. It's a sad legacy, you know? I don't want that to be what I'm known for.
Yeah. No, for sure. And it's all that work and all that time and all that patience made for a great record. Perseverance.
I appreciate it, bro.
Absolutely.
Like I said, it's just the beginning. I'm ready to. I'm like a summer album is what I'm thinking. I'm right now. I'm just planning on doing. I got a whole bunch of singles lined up, and then I'm just starting for new ones that I'm writing right now. But I already feel like the summer is going to have a whole different vibe. Like it's just like, to me, it's the start and an end of an era. You know.
That's what. Hell yeah, man. That's exciting. You know what I mean? It really is a new record. Is it? You know, that's a new.
Yeah,
a new
I'll
dawn for
debut
an
on
artist.
here, and you guys can promise me on this because we said it before. But a Dubs Masetti EP in the works. We're definitely doing it. New songs. Hopefully we can make it. If you guys fucking tell the fans, beg for an album, we'll make it like a 10-track album. But we already got 2 songs for it.
Oh,
and
exclusive!
It's really dope.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, boop, 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 boop.
Exclusive.
Hell yeah.
Dubs and Masetti.
That's what's up. Yeah, that shit's dope. Yeah. And if you guys don't know about Dubs, go check him out too. He's sick. I tried to have him on the show. He says he's too shy.
I hope he feels better.
Yeah, you know what? I'm definitely. This is the first time I've done like an interview like this. I don't do shit like this. I definitely rather just stay in the shadows. But something told me that it'd be a good interview, and something told me to, I try to go with my gut, and something told me to do this.
Well, I'm glad. Well, we're glad you did, man, and hopefully more people will find you, and you can make the music that you love, and more people can be exposed to it.
We had a good conversation about music, and it was a good time.
Absolutely. Hell yeah, man. We're
great talking with
that's
you
what
guys.
we're trying to
Any
do.
more questions?
We're trying to, we're trying to spread the underground as well, and
yeah, we have 2 more
people
questions.
know. Do we have 2 more?
Oh, yeah.
I know we have at least 1 more. So what's the?
Yeah, I have a question.
Uh-oh.
Who you got? Who do you like in the Stanley Cup playoffs right now?
You know what? I love hockey, but I don't really go by the playoffs. I just watch. I like Boston Bruins because I'm from Boston. Or from Springfield.
Gotcha. All right.
But
we're located in St. Louis, just so you know.
I'm not a big sports guy at all. I'd be a liar to say at all. But I do love watching hockey games. So it's funny that you said that. I love hockey, but I don't follow any sports at all. Like I'm one of those guys. Even as a kid, I like
just
music,
to catch you up to
comedy.
speed, the Bruins are playing the Blues right now. So you just basically are rooting against us.
That's fine. It's okay. It's okay.
My
in the
best
Stanley
friend and my
Cup.
buddy who advises me and helps me out, super good hockey player. If he heard me say anything else besides the Bruins, he'd be hurt. So Bruins all day.
All right. You're good.
But I love hockey. I think sport is fucking A, underrated. B, the best sport to watch live. It's quick, filled with action. It's fun. I think hockey's awesome.
I can't watch that shit live. Like in the arena, I can't follow the puck. It's like where the fuck? Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it?
Y'all ain't paying attention.
I can agree with that. But I when I was in Arizona, I saw a whole bunch of Coyotes games.
Yeah.
And the vibe was just really fun. It was like an hour and a half tops. A whole bunch of people would go have food and drinks before it, and it just had a very fun vibe, I didn't even drink. It was just people would go see you'd see a fight and you'd see a hockey game. You know what I'm saying?
It was a perfect combination.
Cool. Yeah, it was really fun. That's the thing too, is the time I had in Arizona when I met Dubs, when I was with Joker, and then when we went to California, none of it was rocky really along the way. We had I had 4 years killing it. We were great friends. That's why it's hard to when shit happens and like I said, when people become enemies and things said, it's tough because and maybe he'll hear this. I reached out. I don't even think he has the same number, but I reached out because one of his dogs passed away, and I shouldn't even be talking about this, but I feel because I lived with him for 4 years, I love that dog like it was mine. That hurt me, brought a tear to my eye seeing him recently. You know what I'm saying? It's I still, even after all the bullshit, feel for him and feel for his family in that situation. I'll never have animosity because that taught me a lot during that time. As much as there was some stuff taught that was negative, there was a lot taught that was super positive, and there was a lot of great memories. I met Gmo Ski out there, and Gmo Ski, I learned later on, someone said that he put in the liner notes of his first album on MNE, it says, "Thanks Joker and thanks Masetti." And I met him once. He smoked. I couldn't smoke at the time in front of Joker, so I turned down smoking, which I would have loved to smoke blunt with him, hang out. But we had a great talk, and just our energy. I had a great talk. He was such a dope dude. And the fact that he put me on the liner notes was like one of those things where it's like, not only did I felt like, damn, that was a great day, that dude is a real ass dude, but to me that was a nod like that he had a good ass time. And that's like, to me, what's better than that in the underground, that these people, not only that I look up to, but these people that then you hear the music, you love them, then you meet them and they're even better as a person. You know, like that's the shit you live for, you know? They always say don't meet your idols, but some people you meet and they surpass it, you know? And there's definitely people I've met that you could tell just don't give a fuck, and they're just, you know, I've met bigger artists before, but I've been surprised by certain artists that are just like super down to earth and chill. Like I met Chris Brown and have nothing negative to say about him, and a lot of people, you know, they can throw him under the bus real quick and hate on him. When I met him, I was working at Target. He was in California. I had to do that to pay the rent that I had, and he came in, bought video games. He was with a whole bunch of basketball players. Later on, everyone was like, because I was the electronics manager, everyone was like, damn, did you know all those people? I only knew Chris Brown. They were like getting some Xbox games for Xbox One for the tour bus. And he comes up and he's like, hey man, do you know video games? I had an Xbox One, and I was like, yeah. And we had like an hour-long talk about video games just from where I was like, I just bought this game called Dying Light. It's a really cool game. It's like a zombie parkour game. And this basketball player looks over at Chris and looks over at me and goes, Chris loves zombie games. And I was like, hell yeah. And the whole place was like, yeah, getting all hyped. And they're like pointing out games. They go, dude, pick out like 15 of the best games. You know, like video games. I picked out games. They started talking about all these video games they liked. They were all high as hell and just super nice. I gave him Dreamer. He said he'd listened to it. I learned later from another rapper that he had listened to it and said that he liked it a lot, but said basically like, I need to work a little bit on my image, which I've heard a lot. A lot of people are like, you just need more of a brand. You've got the music and stuff, and it's just, that's the thing. As an independent artist, I know making music. I'm trying to be a better businessman and stuff, but as my personality type, I love sitting and creating. I'm not the best at sitting there and promoting because I feel weird. I don't give a fuck. I just want to create. That's why when labels and certain things are good, because there should be a company that's okay, that's fair, that's promoting me and stuff, so I can just work on making music. But nowadays, you got to wear all the hats, you know, if you want to be successful. So and it's not about what I want. I have to do, you know, I have to be current with the times.
We'll have to find you a stylist.
More hats. Yeah, and I don't even think he's saying look like that. Like, I'm guessing, obviously, clothes-wise, I'm sure. But he's saying that, you know, people have an image, whether it's ICP or with Twisted or whether it's even Token. They're starting to see how now he's got some, like, more designer clothes, or everybody, or the Little Uzis with the colored dreads. Everyone has that image. And I've never worked or even tried to do that. And look, at even knowing that and having these artists tell me that, I still haven't put too much effort towards it. And you could tell it's just because I really don't care. But there's part of me that, yes, I should, if I really, you know, to be a better businessman and stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to lie, I care too much about other aspects. You know, I care too much whether the music sounds right or whether, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting better at singing. Or, like I said, my mental health matters much more than my brand or the way I look. I haven't gone clothes shopping in 2 years because I'm buying beats and I'm buying plugins and I'm buying equipment. I don't give a fuck about if I'm wearing jeans, cool jeans or shorts or stuff. I don't care. And a lot of people will tell me that all the time. I saw that shirt, you know, in your last video. Well, dude, I'm not worried about it, but you know.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I don't buy clothes anymore. I just wear Replicon radio stuff now everywhere I go.
Hell yeah, that's the thing. That's what I should be doing. I should be buying my own brand.
That's right.
That's smarter too, you know. Getting graphics made from homies and stuff like that.
There you go. Oh yeah. Well, luckily Chris Brown didn't punch you, so that's it's always a good thing. Sorry, I had to throw that out there. But no, that's the shit, man. Your positivity is, I don't know, it's refreshing to hear, and it's dope for real. So like,
well, thank you, bro.
Mad props to that.
I think a lot of people that are positive, and like myself included, it comes out of a lot of being in a dark place. You don't want other people to be in a dark place like that, you know? Because that's my number one concern is I felt very low before. So when I do feel good, I'm not going to sit there and just be calm and stuff. I've had people tell me in past relationships, you say, like, I love you too much, or stuff like that. And I've realized maybe I could sway that part of my character, or you know what? I could go forward with it. I do love people too much. I'm going to say it because I've had people that were in my life that aren't in it anymore, whether they died or they just, we drifted apart. While people are in front of me, while I'm talking with people, I want them to know how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel with my music, with anything. I think that energy is contagious, and I think that a lot of people are feeling and want to say a lot of things I say, but they're like, oh, especially as being a guy, they're like, I might sound sappy, or I might sound stupid, or I might sound like a pussy. I truly don't care. And that's I think something that maybe differentiates me from people, is I don't care. It's not about being in touch with sexuality or anything like that. It's just that I've been to a dark, low place. I don't care what people think about me. I feel good, so I'm going to express it, and I know what makes me happy. I know what doesn't. And being fake doesn't make me happy. And you know what I'm saying? And small talk about stuff I don't care about that. Let's talk about South Park, music, movies, the underground, like you said. Let's talk about the future. Let's talk about what your plans are, what your goals are. Let's not talk about the fucking. I never watched Game of Thrones. I don't care about. I don't really watch TV shows, and that's not me being on a high horse. My focus isn't on that right now. My focus was on perseverance. You know what I'm saying? And now it's going to be on these singles and this next project.
That's awesome.
I care just more about that, my legacy, and the impact I have on people. And like I said, I keep going back to my mental health, because for 26, 27 years, I was caring about everybody around me, and I really wasn't focusing on myself at all. And that's how I led to a lot of relationships. I was just giving, and eventually you just feel underappreciated, because people, they're not just, when you stop, like if you give to people a whole bunch and keep giving, and then you stop, they're not going to just be like cool with that. They're going to be like, they're accustomed to being given to. So they're going to be like, they're going to try to manipulate and get back to that same lifestyle that you used to have. And that's why I've changed a lot with different people, and they want the old me, and I'm just not that anymore. But I'm okay with it. And I think a lot of people aren't.
Yeah. I appreciate the hell out of it, man. I just want to move in with you and hang out with you all day. And let's just be positive together and fucking do our thing. whatever.
That's what I want. I want people to be. And that's the thing. I'm not trying to be a motivational speaker or anything like that. I literally want my music. I want that energy to be put into my music, and it literally to be a little time capsule, just for me too. It's for moments to remember that I can look back on and be like, damn, either I was at a dark place, or certain times I'm in a happy place, and I can look back and be like, oh yeah, I remember in Florida that vacation, or I look back, I remember going to Perry Lane camp as a kid. These little moments that might seem small, but it gives you hope for the future. Like, oh, I had a good moment. It feels good to even. It's the I members, just like the South Park.
Oh, yeah.
It's nostalgia a bit, but those type of moments, that's what keep us alive and have hope for the future. Because there's gonna be dark ass points. There is, and right now I think a lot of the nation, a lot of people are feeling low, but instead of just being wallowing in it or just sitting in it and being like, damn, shit's not going to get better, oh, shit's just getting worse, we can point out all the flaws, or we can create basically our own world. You know what I'm saying? We can start making changes. And I'm not trying to preach for change and say everybody get together, let's hold hands and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that at all.
But we can do that, right?
Yeah, but we should. But I'm talking about a friends group. Encourage the friends group. You tell with your friends getting into drugs or something. I'm talking about fucking help your buddy. There's things that we can literally do in our own circle that can make things better, But a lot of people, we're also stressed and full of anxiety that we're on our own heads. We don't get that just calling up our buddy or going over and being like, hey, what do you, let's work on something today, or, let's brainstorm. Instead, we just kind of sit in our own bubble,
Yeah.
And that's what I want. I want other people to be inspired, because I get inspired by, say, that Massive Man artist who wanted to work with me. I heard his music. He said that a song called Toxic Lovers, where if you look on my IG, that's what I have all posted on it. It's the latest video. He sent me the song, and it's about toxic relationships. And I jumped on it. It took an hour. Immediately jumped on it. His song's like a hit, and it was something that just came so naturally, And it's that's the type of music I want to do. I don't want to do stuff that I'm trying to force or anything. But it's just what I was trying to say by that is the universe just made that happen. It wasn't something I was searching for or looking to work with that artist. He hit me up, and the song was perfect. And an hour later, there's a new single for the fans. That's how shit should come apart. Not tons of contracts and And I don't know, it just things can kind of get difficult, especially with, I don't know, working with a lot of music people, and we're not doing it in person any like these days. We're doing it over the internet and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Man, I got all that paint in my nasal right now. It's crazy from that smoke bomb.
That sucks. Get it. Well, hopefully you're getting it all. Hopefully we're helping you get it all out.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. It's like talking it out is definitely. I haven't been like talking today, so it's like it's the first time my voice and like throat's all scratchy.
There you go. It's therapy in multiple levels, bro. We got your back. We got your back, bro. That's what we're here for.
You guys are the therapists.
That's right. Absolutely. We've actually heard
Replicaricus.
We've actually heard that several times.
Come sit on the couch.
That's right. Come sit on the couch, fam. Let's see. Well, yeah. I don't want to keep you too much longer. I do have one more question because we ask all of our guests the same shit because that's what we do. And obviously you talked about a lot of things that inspired you and music you listen to. But I guess if you have to put it into perspective, if there's 3 records that in your life, doesn't have to be underground, whatever it is, that either inspired you as an artist, as a person, or just 3 records you can't live without that you always have to listen to, what 3 records would they be?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's super hard.
Yeah. That's why we do it.
Yeah, that's a damn good question, huh?
I don't know how nobody has gotten prepared for this yet. We do it literally every Monday.
Because they don't tune in.
I love it. Even if you try to prepare, you can't prepare.
Yeah, because I have so many. You know what?
My 3 change all the time.
I'm not even go with like my favorite. I'm just gonna go with the albums that like are definitely like eras in my life that when I got them, it was like, you know, meant a lot. So I already have 2 right in the top of my head. Well, yeah, okay. So first we'll go with System of a Down, Toxicity. That was like really got me into just like different alternative and got me into rock and just listening to different music. I loved both Hybrid Theory and Reanimation of all things, which is like that remix album of Linkin Park. Loved when that album came out. And then just because I said it before, and it was one of the first concerts I ever been to, I think it was my second ever concert, I'm going to go with Black Rain. Just because that got me into really loving the underground, and a lot of people at the time, they were like, you just went to an Eminem show. You like that? You sing. Why do you like ICP and Twisted? They was like, you shouldn't like them. You could be a cool kid. You don't want to be a juggalo kid. And I was like, no, I like the music. I don't care what the people say. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's not cool. I liked it. So it's like those are all just different eras where I realized, you know, Linkin Park's probably that was like the most mainstream, but I loved how it was the blend of hip hop and singing. And if you listen, that's for Perseverance, and if you listen to my music, I think my strong point is the rap singing. I love singing, I love rapping, but I think that's something that is different that I can do and that I enjoy doing is kind of the fast singing.
Oh, yeah.
Incorporating the rhythm into the singing, and that's definitely something that, you know, I could hear that Chester and Mike Shinoda did a lot, and it was, you know, it was blending rock, rap, hip hop, and I love Linkin Park.
And very, very, very well. It's a phenomenal record. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I have tons more. Like I said, I love Sublime. There's tons. I loved Cottonmouth Kings at the time. There was tons of different people that I've loved, but those like they didn't even System of a Down. I wasn't really an artist at the time, but I remember getting that album, loving the artwork, and I remember bringing it over friends' houses and stuff like that, and them liking it, and it was just one of those things where it just felt, you know, sometimes when you have a CD and it doesn't feel like a CD, it just feels like it's like a video game. Even as a kid, like it wasn't a video game. Like you're holding on to a fucking adventure in your hand. You know, like obviously now it's back to a square box. But when I got an N64 game back in the day, it was like I'm about to enter Kirby's world, or I'm about to enter Mario's. It was literally the same thing with a CD. This toxicity was this toxic world I'm about to enter in. You know.
Yeah.
I think we lost them.
Did I?
But yeah, it was a good question because that's hard. I definitely couldn't. I have tons of different CDs I love.
Hell yeah, that shit'll make you dig down in your soul, man, for sure.
Yeah, it would have to be something like, what's your favorite 3 hip hop? What's your favorite 3 pop? What's your favorite 3 rock? What's your favorite 3 underground? You know what I'm saying? Like that's probably, you know.
No, we're not gonna make it that easy.
I literally have like 50,000 albums just came to my mind.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, my three change every fucking time we ask that question to everybody. My 3 albums change every time.
Well, mine would too. Well, those are all very early era, like probably 2000. If we go a little further in, Green Book changed my life.
There you go.
That popped up in my head. Loved when Green Book came out. Marsh Lagoon, still one of my favorite undergrounds. If you're talking about a horrorcore underground song, Marsh Lagoon, fucking incredible. I love that song.
Yeah. I think my 3. If I stay the same, man, mine stay the same. I got a ginormous list, but my 3, it's just they always stay the same. It's Tales from the Lotus Pod, Taking Back Sunday, Tell All Your Friends, and Michael Jackson. I just can't figure out which album. It's probably just either Greatest Hits or Thriller. If I'm allowed to pick a Greatest Hits, it's always Greatest Hits. But
that's fire.
Yeah, those are my 3 always.
Yeah, it's dope.
I'm weird.
It was a Lotus Pod. See, Dark Lotus was fire, man. They're fucking up. They need to fucking.
Especially then, like that shit was fucking life changing. Like,
yeah,
being around for it happening, like life changing.
When I went to the Black Rain tour, and when they did Pass the Axe, they had axe on stage, and threw the axe to each person rapping, and they had a mic in one hand, and they'd catch the axe and rap. And I was with my dad. I was 12, 13 years old, maybe 14 at oldest. And we looked at each other and we're both like, this is the dopest shit ever. Like, my dad was actually, we went to the Gathering when I was 14 years old. I went to those, and my dad was called Juggalo Dad there, and I was called Juggalo Kid, because they saw this little 14-year-old with a 50-year-old, you know?
Hell yeah.
And
I probably seen you.
That was actually, I saw Low Key there, and Low Key doesn't remember me. I came up and talked to him, but he was fucked up. He was like, I think he was tripping. But it was just crazy. I knew it was him, not from his face, but he had a 7SE necklace on. But it was really cool. I met a whole bunch of my favorite rappers. I was alone for like the 3 or 4 days. I saw my dad at night and in the morning. He'd get breakfast, and then at night I'd go to bed. We had this VW van that had like a couch in it. It was dope. Perfect for a festival.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
And he was smoking the whole day. He'd go smoke weed and stuff. I was too young, and I would just go to seminars, to the shows. No one fucked with me. I'm a kid, 14 years old at the Gathering.
Yeah.
I want to reiterate that to people when they think it's all crazy. I know it has different images, but no one fucked with me at all, bro. In fact, if anything, people had my back there. It was very great. No one smoked. If anything, no one smoked around. I didn't even remember seeing weed at the time. I didn't smoke at the time. Never even took a hit. And my dad smoking the entire time. And I never saw him. Anybody else? It was just like, to me, it was a circus. I felt like I was at the circus in my town, we had a fair. It felt like just like a fair. There was food vendors, concerts nonstop, and seminars where I was 15 feet away from ICP and 15 feet away from Twisted, and it was just like, to me, I was like, I was like, damn, I want to be a part of this, you know?
Yeah.
Not only just the Gathering, but I just was like, I want to be an artist. That I really could tell at that point. I was making music at that time, but I just saw that community was just awesome, you know? And it sucks that it's really not the same anymore, because, you know, for a while, they had a great community.
Absolutely.
I mean, that is one
Especially
thing.
that era. I went to the Gathering, it was the Shangri-La era.
Oh,
so it couldn't have been more, just it felt good. You know what I'm saying? I love but they announced there the Hell's Pit. That was when A&B got signed. And that was a story in itself. I thought that was fucking hilarious, because they gave each one of us a coin to decide who got signed.
Yeah, I remember that. Hell yeah.
Yeah, they had 2 buckets that you could put your coin in, and there was one for A&B and one for Players Lounge Crew.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing this guy head first in the barrel of Players Lounge Crew, grabbing the coins out and putting them into A&B's bucket.
That's crazy.
And I'm not saying A&B deserved; they probably were going to win either way. But tell me that's not unfair. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no one watching the buckets. I know that they didn't decide who signed by those coins. No one sat and counted the coins and said, 5,000 to 4,000, guess we got a new signee. They definitely figured out who was getting signed before, but I thought it was hilarious.
Hell yeah. I remember they were sitting right over there by the food vendors. I remember the buckets.
You were there. That's exactly where they were, my dude. Yeah, it was a great... I went to festivals after that. I had an experience. This maybe will be a different interview. We're going to end with this, but I've had a overdose experience where I took over 100 hits of acid one time.
Jesus.
And it was a life-changing experience. I had a heart attack at 17 years old, and it was a heart attack brought on, obviously not, I wouldn't have had it if I didn't do a whole bunch of drugs, probably had a whole bunch of strychnine in it.
Holy shit.
That was actually prom night. I didn't plan on going to prom, but while all my friends were going to prom, I'm sitting in the fucking hospital, and there's bodies going by me because prom's in other towns neighboring. People are drinking, going into car accidents, and they're bringing in bodies of kids with suits on. And I'm tripping out, seeing kids' fucking bodies go by and shit. Like, I've had my share of fucked up experiences. You know what I'm saying?
That's fucking crazy, man.
But that, of all things, that there's a song on my SoundCloud page, because I'm not trying to just, like, promote that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to take that dark experience and make it into something bigger, but there's a song on my SoundCloud called Losing My Focus, and it's on my White Noise Special Edition album, but it goes into all that.
Hell yeah. Go peep it. I don't think I heard that one, but I'm sure that's insane.
Yeah, it's kind of like a low-key one. It's one of those you gotta kind of dig for.
Hell yeah. Well, go peep that out over on the SoundCloud. I was gonna say, yeah, tell everybody like where they can find your music, where they can find you on social media, like put it all out there. Let them know where they can.
Everything is Masetti, which is Masetti, and my YouTube and my IG is Masetti PF, because as you heard before, PF was my first group that I was in. So Masetti PF is like my YouTube and IG handle and stuff like that. All that, Twitter. And if you know, Spotify, IG, anything like that, Masetti, everything comes up.
There you go. Go follow the man. Go listen to the music. Go
I appreciate
enjoy
the
it.
love. I appreciate anybody listening, anybody supporting. Like I said, I'm just trying to make music at the end of the day, and anybody who supports what I do, I really appreciate. It means a lot to me.
That's what's up. We're going to play a whole bunch of it and force it down everybody's throats. It's too
yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
So that way they have to listen to it, and hopefully they enjoy it.
Down their throat.
Huh?
Force that Masetti down their throat.
That's right. We got a couple tracks
That
off.
machete.
That Masetti with the machete is ready.
Masetti is ready.
And we're gonna play some shit off Perseverance. We're gonna play some low key Book of Time, which you're featured on. We got some older shit. We got all kinds of shit. We got some Reckless Anxiety.
Betty.
Yep. Hall of the Lonely. Yeah, Reckless Anxiety is another awesome dude from the UK. Shout out him.
Oh, yeah. So we got a couple features. We got a couple new songs. We got a couple old songs. Just to give you guys a little bit of taste, and then you can go enjoy it all on your own, like I've been doing for the last week. But yeah, man, we appreciate you calling in, hanging out. I know you've been super busy with music videos and everything else, so we appreciate you taking time to hang out with us.
I appreciate you having me on it, man. It was great talking to you guys.
You too, man.
You too.
Welcome to the Replicon Radio family, for sure. You're stuck with us for life now.
Yeah. Anything you need.
I feel it. I feel different.
You should, as you should.
It's like a disease.
It's like when you become. It's like when you drink from the goblet on Lost Boys.
I thought you were gonna say drink the Kool-Aid.
That works too. I mean,
yeah, when you drink the Kool-Aid.
I have a Jim Jones shirt on right now, so you can come drink the Kool-Aid.
Not heard from after the interview.
That's right. But I would say the Kool-Aid, but we let Damian Quinn take care of that whole situation. So I just figured we have like
I'd rather some lemonade or some tea.
Yeah.
You know.
It's just it's the goblet. You don't know what the fuck's in the goblet. It's just the fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, there might be Kool-Aid in there. Could be maggots. Who knows? You never know.
Drinking the maggots.
But no, for real, man. You got new shit coming out. You got some, you know what I'm saying? Like, hit us up.
Anything you need to promote, let us know.
You're part of the family now. We appreciate you hanging out.
Have a great one.
Hell yeah, man. Much love. Hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
Happy Memorial Day.
Peace.
There it was, and there you have it.
That was fun.
That was fun. He's dope.
Motherfucker sings and raps. Sounds like Usher.
Yeah.
Fucking dope.
And we're going to listen to it. We're going to enjoy it. And we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about some gathering type shit. And
we're going to talk about Rouge Trip to Point Fest.
We're going to talk about Rouge Trip to Point Fest. We're going to play some Masetti. And then we also have a world premiere. I told you guys we'd have it. I have it.
Yes.
We're going to world premiere it. I haven't even listened to it yet. I listened to 15 seconds of it. Well, I was in a car with a 5-year-old, and I was like,
I got you.
Yeah, like I got it on the way here. Like I haven't heard it yet. So we're going to world premiere the brand new Lex the Hexmaster single.
I thought you already had it.
Nope. And it doesn't. It comes out to the rest of the world in like 4 or 5 days. So we literally have it before everybody. So don't tell.
Don't tell. And
If
you want people to listen to it, tell them to go back and check out the replay of the Replicon Radio Masetti.
That's right.
Episode.
And so so we'll be back. Here's some Masetti, and then we'll be back with world premiere and some more shit. So don't go away.
There you go, Jason. That was for you.
Oh yeah, Savannah wanted to tell everybody about farts.
And we'll get back to that.
Yeah. Why? They don't wanna listen unless you all in. Too many just talk about it, but they're stalling. And people try to bring you down, so take precaution. Holding down each other is exhausting, a portion. Soon as I just took the step out of my coffin, I can hear all the whispering and talking. Yeah, I'm blessed with a head of a Martian. I'm pretty or end up like Eric Cartman. Loud chasing, they do it without the sympathy. I just dumb as hell like signing labels who depend on me. They'll hear me eventually, building out my odyssey. Telling isn't winning these days, but you gotta be staying on the wave of the current. Either you can drown or swim, and we all lose sight of our purpose. Something that we found again. That's why every day I'll be all in, giving you my all till it all ends. We've been acting cold, we don't want friends, but we should be more open, that's my 2 cents. I had to get a hold of my anger and my pride. Had to make another project, letting out what is inside. Yeah, that's just what I need to do. Counteract the lies and the bullshit they've been feeding you. I just been keeping the pace, so this isn't a race, but this is my space to be myself and to show my face and to hold my faith in the world some hate. Gotta be honest on what I portray. I'd be lost if I didn't have you, waking me up to a brand new day. And I know what we're capable of, making the buzz, breaking the buzz, stay in the cut. Why would I wanna be something I'm not? Rather with faith than be what I was. All darkness, no light, my life now though it's so tight. These roller coaster emotions are just raindrops in this dark night. I fought hard for what I love, break down like we all do. Living in this social age, I'm close but distant from all you. I hope that all your wounds will heal up fast and be resolved too. And learn every time we fail, so know it's okay if we fall through. That's why every day I'll be all in, giving you my all till it all ends. We've been acting cold, we don't want friends, but we should be more open, that's my 2 cents. They don't wanna listen unless you all in. Too many just talk about it, but they're stalling. And people try to bring you down, so take precaution. Holding down each other is exhausting, a portion. Soon as I just took the step out of my coffin, I can hear all the whispering and talking. Yeah, I'm blessed with a head of a Martian. Be Tom Brady or end up like Eric Cartman. Damn, I really got the nerve to. I ain't telling, but I urge you, don't do only what will serve you. Think about the bigger picture, like you really got a bird's view. Be the person that they turn to, be the strength to be the role model. Pop the clutch and go full throttle, and anyone who ever took you down, sweep the last and go Rambo. Your boy got infinite ammo, no cheat codes, they're in the sandbox. And I keep going where they can't go, big boss when I say so. Spread heat and I lay low, they can hate it, just take notes. Someone's gotta face it, way too many take this life for granted, waiting for a moment we can make it. So then we just fake it, hoping no one sees, but we're sweating underneath like it's 2 million degrees, yeah. Mess around, get your head chopped in the media, and nobody cares about the family anymore, less they be feeding them. Cops and the people, they being some. Damn, that ain't cool, but it's legal, son. Teaching our kids how to hold a gun, birth and get buried by 21. People treated like lower citizens if they don't agree. We get rid of them, I've been hiding messages in the rhythm to get rid of all the evil that's been hidden within us. Most don't recognize
progress. Sneeze and we all say God bless. Too many got through the nonsense to act like we never made it out of this hole. I ain't telling, but I urge you, don't do only what will serve you. Think about the bigger picture, like you really got a bird's view. Be the person that they turn to, be the strength and be the role model. Pop the clutch and go full throttle, and anyone who ever took you down, sweep the legs and go Rambo. Your boy got infinite ammo, no cheat codes, they're in the sandbox, and I keep going where they can't go. Big boss when I say so, spread heat and I lay low. They can hate it, just take notes. They can hate it, just take notes. Someone's gotta face it, way too many take this life for granted, waiting for a moment we can make it. Till then we just fake it, hoping no one sees, but we're sweating underneath like it's too many degrees, yeah. I ain't waving on blurred lines, right here's why I earn mine. Look around and I see change, but I kept myself where they turn sides. I am what they said I wasn't, took time but they kept on rushing. Been ill since the loss of my cousin when the pain set in, but I kept on busting. Everybody wanna be the man, be a fan though. You the next summer now, you a stand bro. I don't even understand where the plan go. Watch me go where they can't go. Tyson punch with a KO, angel wings with a halo. Nobody knows what fate holds, what fate holds, yeah. I ain't telling but I urge you, don't do only what will serve you. Think about the bigger picture, like you really got a bird's view. Be the person that they turn to, be the strength and be the role model. Pop the clutch and go full throttle, and anyone who ever took you down, sweep the legs and go Rambo. Your boy got infinite ammo, no cheat codes, they're in the sandbox, and I keep going where they can't go. Big boss when I say so, spread heat and I lay low. They can hate it, just take notes. They can hate it, just take notes.
Have we gone too far from where the place we protected? We all need it, texted. We all need it nowhere. We don't feel so neglected. Don't feel so neglected. I will never give in. Come to deal with all the division. I'ma keep on getting closer and flipping. I can see the truth in the fiction. I mean, this song of religion. Yeah, this is what I'm destined.
Taking a late night drive and I'm gone. Edge of my seat, I feel like I'm glued on.
Chances are the place you wanna be is here, but you won't see it if you wait that long.
It's a vibe that I'm raving on. All the stars in the sky, I've been chasing them. Man, it's life in a race, but the pace is one.
And we worry about the bills when we make the funds. Like, never thought I would've seen this progress. Now the game don't seem so heartless. I need all the energy I can harness. Even if it's feeling soreness, we would do our best regardless. Finish whatever we started. We can achieve our target. Not during the day. At night when you lie. At night when you lie. And wonder where the time is. Wonder where the time. I can show you where your mind. I can show you where your mind. I can show you where your mind. They chase and chase us out. They chase and chase us out. Have we got too far? The place we protected. We all need it, texted. We all need it nowhere. We don't feel so neglected. Don't feel so neglected.
As a kid growing up, listen to the lyrics and I didn't know enough. So would you be sat there, we're back there, whatever back then. And I thought it was back then, I'm growing up with them as a dancer, smoking did you cancer. When I was little I was doing the moonwalk with a microphone in my hand. Didn't understand what he was saying, I didn't want to grow up, it's really sad. I would write the lyrics of my favourite songs at 90 minutes and it'd be playing along, putting together the pieces the same cross-legged. When I definitely get better rapping to my friends and never letting go my dreams. You originally seen at 15, listen to my CDs, watching the TV and thinking I was Bone Thugs, listening to Mothos, looking in the mirror wishing it was. I'm never gonna give up on chasing the stars, laws of attraction and this where it starts. I couldn't believe that this happened and look at the picture, me smiling and next to the stars. I sit there, wonder where the time went, looking where the time went. So I'm never gonna give up on chasing my dreams, I'm never gonna give up on chasing my dreams.
At night when you lie, at night when you lie, I wonder where the time is, wonder where the time. I can show you where your mind, I can show you where your mind. They don't chase you where your mind, they don't chase and chase us out, they chase and chase us out. Have we got too far? The place we protected, we all need it, texted. We all need it nowhere. We don't feel so neglected, don't feel so neglected. I've been trying to reach a song where I can be okay being alone.
Really, I've been too modest.
Lost months cause I've been too honest.
People treat me like it never was a problem, but I'm here to set the record and accomplish whatever I want. I feel like I've 100. We've been living in the sun, I only looking for the commas. Whether I'm in the Bahamas or I'm going to a cottage, I've been picking up the knowledge that I really need to polish and I really need to manage. Everything vanished.
Would you stay calm with the fear? Would you panic? Would you throw it all away for a chance to advance? Power makes the worst of us now, I really understand it.
All the days we had the time, and the sun with the time. I'm no longer feeling blinded. Open my eyes, I saw realignment.
Look for the light, you'll find it. We all need to be reminded that life is what you make of it. At night when you lie, at night when you lie.
Oh shit! Oh
the
shit!
New
No
Lex,
shit, y'all!
the Hexmasters world premiere.
No shit, y'all! No shit!
To the edge of the ceiling, drop, 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 drop. Drop, 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 drop. Drop, 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 drop to the head. Girl, legs to the head. I'm dripping in sweat. Bitch, come out the club. Legs to the head. Girl, legs to the head. I'm dripping in sweat. Bitch, come out the club. Hands in the air to the ceiling, drop, 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 drop. Drop, drop, drop. Hands in the air to the ceiling, drop, 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 drop. Drop, 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 drop. Drop, drop, drop. Drinks in the air, girl, legs in the air. I'm dripping in sweat. Bitch, come out the club. Drinks in the air, girl, legs in the air. I'm dripping in sweat. Bitch, come out the club. Hands in the air to the ceiling, drop.
Yeah.
That was it?
Yeah, I guess
that was it? That was the whole track?
I don't think that was the whole track.
That was not. I don't think you pressed play on the right thing there, bud.
Yeah, I was waiting for.
I was not. We had the track. That wasn't it. That couldn't have been it.
That's not the whole. That's like the sampler.
Yeah,
I was waiting for more than just a hook.
There's no way he sent us a sampler.
He may have.
Kind of fun. He should have been like, "Hey, y'all, I got the sampler."
Right. It's all good. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I can get it fixed. Either way, what's up, Replicon Radio?
Hey!
Shout out to motherfucking Masetti. That dude was dope. If you don't know.
That was dope. That was a lot of positivity.
Positivity.
We're getting a lot of those interviews lately. I like it.
I like the positivity.
I do. Enjoy it.
I do.
It was pretty dope.
It was dope, man.
No. Go upstairs.
No. But yeah, shout out to that dude. Go peep that shit out, man. Masetti. Like Mace from the 90s with TTI at the end. He's dope. Go peep it. But yeah, what else is popping off?
Just sitting here watching ads on Instagram.
Watching ads
on Instagram.
On the Instagram.
Look at it. Look at how mesmerizing it is. It's like, oh. I want to see how they solder this metal.
Yeah,
it's the best.
It's so funny because I'll watch that shit sometimes
dude,
too. Like I have no interest in
sponsored
watching the whole thing.
It's a sponsored thing, and it's
oh my god, I'm gonna watch this man make this fucking canoe.
What? Oh man,
I've watched that shit several times.
I literally am trying to watch this guy poke a hole in the bottom of a soda can that's cut in half, and he can't do it. It's so strong.
Can't pop a hole in a soda can.
No, because they soldered it, and then they're trying to poke a hole in the solder. It's not happening. Oh man, my fucking Instagram refreshed. See if we can't get back to it. Damn it. Nope, it's gone. Oh shit, that's dead people. That's a bad crash.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah,
that sounds like a terrible ad.
Oh no, that's not an ad. That's a news post.
We are watching the hockey game too while we're doing the show.
Hockey show.
Also, not as good as I was hoping. The fucking
2-2.
Yeah.
Oh, 2-2. They tied.
2-2.
They got their 2-2 zone.
They better take them bitches off. God damn. I'm not even a fucking sports person. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Ready to start the third period.
God damn.
Heimer's been keeping me updated. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Jason, you still out there drinking, buddy?
Fuck, he's almost out.
Well, he's out of smokes. I don't know. I haven't been in the chat. Sorry, y'all.
There's been a few bullshit penalties for sure.
I've been just listening in the background. I haven't been doing my duties. My duties.
I want to turn the volume up on the TV so bad.
Don't do it. Is that it? Did you get it?
No.
That's what he sent us.
Lex, what the fuck? Did you sent us the wrong file?
It's all good.
You better hit him up and be like, Lex.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it came out banging.
Right?
It came out banging.
15 seconds of that track.
I was expecting a little bit more myself, but hey, we're lucky to have what we got. Honestly, he didn't have to do that for us. We appreciate it,
shit, man.
Yeah, we appreciate it for sure.
What were we talking about earlier? Oh yeah, Patreon. You guys should go fucking sign up for Patreon.
Yes.
There's an exclusive interview. I just reposted it on there for anyone that was having issues with the link. Dead Body Man even got it to work.
I got it to work, but
on the Patreon?
No, in our host chat.
Huh?
And you sent it to me in the host chat. I don't know.
I added it on Patreon once you got it to work, though.
Okay, hold on. Let me go.
Once you got it to work, I added that specifically.
Let me go in there.
So go peep it out. 90 minutes with the fucking legend.
It fucking worked through the Patreon.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mine did not.
You gotta go on the Patreon. No. He sent us 2 links. There's a second one.
Yes. Oh, so I clicked on the wrong one.
Yeah.
Oh, the working link.
Working
one
link.
that has the image and everything. Yeah.
That says
shit.
working
Snap,
link.
there it is.
So yeah, go peep it out, man. 90 minutes with fucking Lloyd Kaufman. We talk about fuck China. He gets political.
Yeah,
we talk about fucking
China.
We talk about
China.
all the people whose careers he's helped jumpstart. We talk about fucking Stan Lee and how they used to work together.
Jeez.
Like, we talk about a lot of shit, bro.
There's things I'd like to comment in the chat room, but Jason kicked me out.
Did he?
Yeah, he said, this is my chat room. I'm taking over.
Oh, shit.
They told me to get out of his chat room. So
He said, well, apparently he has poo on him, so.
He does have poo on.
That's upsetting. Shout out to fucking Drunk Jason in the chat, man. We
Hell
love you.
yeah, I'm having fun, dude. It's fucking great.
But yeah, go sign up for our Patreon. If you're not a member already, you can literally sign up for $2. You can get early access to that interview. You can get an extra monthly episode of Replicon Radio, and you get our Dying Love. For $5, you're going to get access to our Lens, which is, a bunch of extra videos, behind the scenes shit, me being fucking retarded.
Mainly me being retarded,
but it's funny sometimes.
See, there he is. Yep, Rue, it's my chat, fool. See? God damn.
You can get exclusive monthly t-shirts. You can get exclusive monthly hoodies. Now available, you can get exclusive monthly jerseys.
God damn.
We got the jerseys.
Here we go. Starting the third period right now. Puck drops.
Oh,
So
drop
sign
that
up for that
motherfucking
shit.
puck.
Let's go Blues. Big Reed wanted to tell us about his experience at Point Fest over the weekend.
Oh yeah, man.
I know our homeboy Columbus was out there.
Yeah, I actually got a minute to talk to him. I'm gonna tell everything.
Do it.
Everything that happened, I'm gonna tell.
Do it.
Was there something you weren't supposed to tell? That's the part I want to hear.
Well, I don't know if I can speak on that, but it didn't really have anything to do with me. But I would happen to be right. I happened to be in the wrong place, wrong time.
Okay, we like
or
those.
The wrong place at the right time.
We like those stories.
Yes, or the wrong place at the right time.
We enjoy those stories.
But I'm gonna start off. So we get there, we park, we go in. It's my brother and I. We're having a blast. We're having a great fucking time. We decided to go grab a beer and then come back after. What was it? Feel or filter? Hold on, let me pull the fucking schedule up.
Filter?
Yeah, I think it was Filter. Because Phil played later on that night, if I remember correctly. I get them two always fucking confused. So, yeah, after Filter.
Fearless Fred.
Yeah, right.
Filter.
I don't know what the fuck's going on with these mics, but this one seems to be working sometimes, and then it, like, cuts out, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so we roll up. We got there about 2 o'clock, 2:30. 2:30 it was. So we got to see Glorious Sons, which was fucking phenomenal.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, you have. They SOS song.
SOS.
They called the tax man. I lost my job.
Oh yeah. I got hooked on Oxyco. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So they do that song, and like that's like the only song like I really know, except for like one or two other ones that they've played on the radio. But their whole set was fucking great. It was phenomenal. Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What'd you do? Move the wire?
Yeah, because I was trying to grab this because it was on.
Yeah, you moved the wire. You fucked up, son.
I'm sorry, you got some janky ass bullshit.
Hey, like I was telling P, that wire is like our headphone wire. You got to wiggle it right.
Man,
just a little bit.
But yeah, so we're doing the whole Glorious Sons thing. When we got there, it was fucking popping off. It was fucking cool as shit. Andrew WK was the fucking hook too, man. I didn't know too much shit about him, but his performance was fucking wild. I mean, these are all fucking mainstream shit, but that's all right. So then we were getting there. You go.
I did it.
You got it.
I fixed it. You got some janky ass wire up in this.
He didn't even miss a goal.
I didn't miss. Nope, didn't miss none of
all
that.
All right.
So yeah, so we're there watching that, and then we're like, "Fuck it, let's go get a beer." So him and I, we go get a beer, and then we were like, "Fuck it, we're gonna go back and watch Greek Fire." So we're watching Greek Fire. Greek Fire gets down, and Greek Fire actually, Moon is the lead singer, and he pulled up the lead singer of POD. And I fucking, like, I didn't cry like a little bitch, but I had tears in my eyes. They did Linkin Park's In the End.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw a video for that.
And they did, like, and Moon did the whole Chester Bennington fucking verse, and they fucking knocked it out of the park, dude. It sounded really fucking good.
That's dope.
I was really fucking amazed. Like I said, dude, I did shed a couple tears over it, but. So after they get off the fucking stage, we see fucking dirt and mud come flying. We're like, what the fuck?
I don't know those guys.
And no, like literally, like somebody was throwing fucking dirt and mud,
physical dirt and mud.
And then a water bottle goes flying. I turn around, these three guys behind us were like, what
whoop,
the
whoop.
fuck?
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, exactly, right. We're like, what the fuck is going on? This is, you guys probably seen the video I posted with the dude's face all bugged.
Yeah, I saw that. That dude was bloody.
Yeah, so what happened next to a dumpster, right? So the dude's actually, like, at this point, he's laying on his bag, and we turned around, talked to the dudes, like, what the fuck's going on? We're like, well, we don't know. The dude just started throwing mud and then threw a fucking water bottle, and he got into it with the security guard. And the security guard said, fuck you, whatever, and walked away, and the cop came. So one cop rolled up, and I guess the dude was passed out on his back. And the one cop was trying to talk to him and wake him up or whatever, and he wouldn't get up. Then two cops come over, and another cop came over, so now there's two of them. So now they try to fucking pick him up to get him in handcuffs and take him off for being a fucking asshole.
That's always fun.
Yeah, so then there's a third cop there. Well, I guess he was undercover. He come over, and the dude was literally on his back, and they were trying to pull him up. This dude literally got all the way up on his feet, but still bent over, fighting three fucking cops. I'm like, dude, this shit is fucking wild. I stopped fucking recording like a fucking idiot. I should have just recorded the whole fucking thing and chopped it down. But so he started fighting cops. Finally, I mean, the dude, I guess he was a military. He was in the military, I guess, because he was sitting there mouthing that he was. After they had him on the ground,
I'm a vet.
Well, he was like, I fought for this fucking country. Fuck you. Let me go. I was like, God damn, this motherfucker right here. Which is cool because I'm glad you fought for our country, but don't be a fucking asshole.
Yeah, but you got to realize with those type of things is that, like, some of those people, they got problems, man. That shit fucks you up mentally, and not everybody can handle it right. Well, and I'm not saying it doesn't excuse them fucking wilding out.
No,
but
this dude was fucking hammered, wasted.
But if you got if you got PTSD and all that shit, they don't know how to. Not everybody knows. I
understand that, but yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I'm not saying this dude was definitely in the fucking wrong.
But
because at that point, you know that the cops are there, and you don't. If you have any fucking kind of brains, you know that, okay, if you talk to the fucking cops, they're more than likely going to let you fucking go. You don't have to be an asshole.
Yeah, but at that point, he's already inebriated and fucked up.
Yeah, and that's what it was. It wasn't because he has PSD or whatever the fuck.
PTSD. Yeah, PTSD. I know.
It's just because he was a drunken fucking idiot.
He was just being drunk and an idiot and all that shit.
But so, yeah, when the cops brought him down, they didn't hit him or nothing. He banged his fucking. He bounced his head off the fucking dumpster when he fell down when the cops brought him down. So it was kind of an accident, but that shit started turning black and blue in like 2 minutes. I was like, holy fuck, that's going to hurt tomorrow. He can't see out of his fucking eye. Yeah, dude was just being a straight asshole. And then once they got him up on his fucking feet and in handcuffs, he was still mouthing and being a fucking asshole. So, I mean, at that point, you're in handcuffs, bro. Just shut the fuck up. Let them do their job.
Yeah, but a lot of the... you hear stories that, like, people freaking out. Like I said... I know, but like once PTSD is triggered, if that's what it was,
no,
I know he's a drunken asshole.
He knew what it was. He knew what was going on.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. Is that like if that's what it was, just making people aware, holiday and all that stuff. That sometimes stuff like that, once it's triggered, it just becomes so outlandish that we cannot understand, and it's like all fucked up. But it sounds to me like he was just got really fucking drunk and being a jackass.
Yeah, because even like if that were the case, then he would have been like yelling shit about like war and this and that and whatever he saw possible.
No, like even on the Rizzuto show, there was that one time where the girl was like on an airplane or at an airport, and she was like freaking the fuck out and screaming to people, and like she had some type of episode or some shit like that, and it wound up being like, oh, this lady has this real problem. And it happens with mental health, but if there was obvious inebriation involved, then it's like,
can you hear me through my fucking mic, or not at all times or all times?
I can hear you.
All right, because this motherfucker keeps cutting out or something. Because I can't hear myself, but I can hear everything else, like the background music and shit.
I heard that noise.
Yeah, pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know. I should start doing it at the end of the interview. It was like...
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
I was like, what is happening?
What is that?
It was like I was on a boat or something.
Can you hear me now? Like, yeah, see, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I hear you just fine.
Okay.
Hold on, let me put on my headphones. I don't even have my headphones on.
Then I just keep on fucking talking then, even when it cuts out, so I don't care.
Oh, no, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess if
you got that fucking song stuck in my head now. I don't even know the words to, but it's stuck in my head. Like
which one?
The fucking hooked on oxycodone. I know that's all I know. I got the tax man, and then the
Oh, we're so flagged right now.
Lux had that shit on her Instagram the other day, and I was like, rocking out.
That is a badass song, dude.
That Lux.
So you're saying Clownvis did a good job?
Yeah,
we haven't gotten there yet. Ain't gotten there yet.
I mean, so old dude, he got into it. The fuck cops got hauled off. His day ended early. And a couple other people that were in the mosh pit.
I mean, you're just you're clicking the mic.
How?
I don't know. I guess because you're so loud.
Am I really talking that loud?
You're just naturally a loud motherfucker.
No, I think you're just breathing into the mic a lot.
But I ain't even really breathing when I'm talking.
You were breathing hella during the interview.
I slowly breathing.
You were like this, looking at your phone.
No, I was not even.
It's like your nose is right into the thing.
It's like every week
because I look under it and
but
it's not nothing's going in it.
It ain't not going in his nose.
It's coming out his nose into the mic. Oh God!
But yeah, so we did that.
God damn it!
And then watch POD perform. They fucking killed it. Filter fucking they was alright. Fuel was pretty fucking badass.
What about live?
Live sucked. I don't know why they were headlining. Because everybody left after Seether. Seether fucking threw it down, bro. Like,
Seether always throws it down.
I was really fucking amazed. And when I was watching them and they got done, and I was like, fuck, I wish I would have only seen them like a few more years earlier. Because they put on one hell of a fucking performance.
I want to see Seether with Amy Lee.
Yeah.
They have like one song together. Oh, actually, no. They have a couple songs together. Couple. So you come out and just fucking, do those songs. And that's it.
Yes, Jason Bossy can eat a bowl of dicks. You're right. Yeah, so that went down. And,
more than a feeling. That Boston?
Yeah.
We'll
go with that.
Big difference.
Yeah, so then, Seether was just fucking badass, dude. I was really fucking blown away. So then we're like, fuck it. I was talking to my brother. I'm like, oh shit, dude, Clownvis is about ready to go on. I gotta go over there. I told him I'd be here, and he told me to come up and talk to him. So I go over there, and there's a million fucking people over there, and some asshole commented on my fucking video about nice placement, but I couldn't get anywhere else.
Oh, you were talking about me? You're mad at me?
I wasn't mad at nobody.
That's funny. I inspired the dickery comment.
Yeah.
That's funny. I didn't know it was me.
Clearly.
He's like, due to some dickery, there will be no more live feeds. I'm like, what did I miss?
I saw that.
He's like, you didn't miss anything.
And I hit him back. I'm like, you didn't miss anything, dude.
I didn't know that. I made one comment.
Because like my brother and I, we were talking.
It was on a side stage behind the fence. Like,
that's the only place I could go, bro.
Nice spot, bud.
Yeah,
it was either that or like you wouldn't be able to see his fucking shoe at all. It was the only place I could get. There was like literally a lot of dude. He had a great fucking turnout. It was amazing. Like,
yeah.
I was really surprised that many people came over there to watch him. I really am. So I'm like, fuck, dude. He came up on the other side, so he has no idea I'm here. So I had walked around, and I'm like, when he gets down, he'll see me here. So I was standing there, by his little merch table, and I was just standing there, let him do his thing real quick, let him kind of get settled down, and he goes, Replicon Radio, what's up, dog? And I'm like, hey, what's going on, man? Sat there and talked to him literally for 2 seconds, and here comes this bitch. Literally, I'm going to call her a bitch. Bitch.
Uh-oh.
She goes, fuck you, motherfucker. I'm looking like, I looked at fucking Clownvis. He looked at me. I'm like, fuck you, dude. He's like, I didn't do nothing. She's like, you stopped following me on Facebook because I wanted to make out with you, and my boyfriend made some kind of ignorant comment, and you stopped following me.
That seems reasonable.
And he's like, oh, really? Well, fuck it. I don't like to get into any drama. I don't start nothing, whatever. That's what I do. Fuck you. I don't want to cause any problems. Fuck it.
Easiest way out of that is to be like, all right, bitch, what's your fucking thing? I'll follow you right now. There you go. Boom. Done. Fuck off.
She was all like, well, can I make out with you? And he's like, I don't give a fuck. Is your boyfriend going to beat my ass? I said, you ain't going to have to worry about that because she just came up to you with all this bullshit. So you have fun. I'll take care of the fucking boyfriend if he comes up. He looked at me and he's like, whatever. So then they made out, and then she would not shut the fuck up because I asked her if I can get a picture with him. That was a 2-second fucking conversation that we had.
I mean, that's how concert conversations go. It goes 0 to 100 real fucking quick, back to 0, back to 100. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, so I mean, she is just going on and on and on, and he kind of looked like, dude, get this fucking bitch away from me. But I wasn't gonna play fucking security guard because he didn't say shit. So I was like, whatever, dude, you're on your own. Kind of an asshole move on mine, but I'm not going to intervene with him.
Was he speaking like Elvis this whole time?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was fucking great.
I'll tell you what, mama, you want to make out.
So I'm like, all right, dude. So I sat there literally for 10 fucking minutes waiting for this fucking phone. Finally, the gal's boyfriend fucking come up. Big dude. I'm glad he didn't have a problem.
Big dude.
I mean, I wasn't afraid to swing on him by any means, but
big guy.
Big dude.
Big guy.
So finally, he grabbed her attention. So I said, hey, man, I said, Columbus, can I get that picture? He's like, oh, yeah. So we snapped the picture, talked for a few more minutes, and I said, hey, man, I'd like to get you on the fucking show again. You know, I mean, not like since we had you on, but sometime, within the next, year or so. He's like, oh, yeah, anytime you guys are down, just let me know. Hit me up, man. I'm good. I'm ready. I'm like, fuck, all right, dude.
Absolutely.
We had a good time talking with you and shit. And he's like, oh, dude, I had so much fun doing that intro for you guys and everything, man. It was a really fun blast.
A lot of people quote that intro, and I love it. Like, when they fucking post it, don't be a bitch.
Yeah.
I love it.
Dude, and that was the first time my brother's ever heard of fucking Columbus. I'm like, dude, check this motherfucker out, dude. It's fucking hilarious.
Definitely interesting.
And we were having a good old time.
Don't give him your library card.
I seen him taking.
Yeah, he did take somebody's library. He did give it back.
Oh, he did. He's got to start giving it because he felt bad about it. I got to start giving it back.
Yeah, he did give it back.
You got to give him back at the merch booth. That's how you got to do it. And then he's like, hey, while you're here, go on to get you a T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
He did have some pretty cool fucking merch though. He had 2 posters up there that were fucking dope.
Did he?
Yeah. He always has cool shit. He's got some puppets and shit sometimes.
Yeah, he didn't have any of those with him.
It's usually like one if he has them.
But he had a couple posters that were pretty fucking dope. And then he had T-shirts that obviously I couldn't wear, but
you can't wear T-shirts?
No, not his.
He doesn't have fat kid T-shirts?
No, not one bit.
Have you seen him? He's a little skinny guy.
Doesn't mean he doesn't sell fat kid. Do we sell skinny people T-shirts?
Right?
Yeah, shout out Jason.
I meant I didn't mean people actually buy them. I meant we have them.
He has.
They do.
Him and Dana both.
Absolutely.
So then after that we go back over to main stage. We sit down in our seats and finish watching. I guess Caesar came on then. Yeah, that's right. It was Caesar. Yeah, it was. Is that how it went? Yeah, it was Columbus and then
Fear
Caesar.
is not the end of this.
Yeah, Columbus came on and then I didn't even get the fucking Co-Head Cambria. So these motherfuckers, Co-Head Cambria, they were on, and we were sitting, my brother and I, that's what we did. We watched them and then went over and watched Columbus and then came back over for Caesar.
Nice.
So during the Co-Head and Cambria, this dude, was whatever. This dude was
Co-Head.
Fucking just rocking the fuck out. He knew every fucking beat, every fucking lyric. Like this dude, literally follows them around a lot, right? It's his
we're losing.
Yeah. It's like his favorite fucking band, right? Well, he's standing the whole fucking time they're up there. His hand gestures are all with the fucking music, all with the fucking lyrics. So, I mean, you can obviously tell that this dude follows these fucking guys.
Yeah.
Co-Head! 3 dudes behind him are like, hey, man, can you sit the fuck down? He's like, he turns around and he goes, fuck you, motherfucker. This is my favorite band. If you don't like me standing, there's plenty of open seats up here. You're more than welcome to sit them. Nobody's been up here the whole fucking time. So if you want to see... and I'm in your way, you're more than welcome to come up here. I'm like, holy fuck, that was probably the nicest thing that anybody could ever say being pissed off like
I
that.
appreciate that guy's audacity. Like, fuck you, this is my and he is in every right. If that's your favorite band.
And there wasn't you couldn't argue with the dude at all because I could see if he didn't know shit and turned around and said that, then you're full of shit,
if you're
bro.
just standing there.
But this
clearly
dude, he knew every fucking drum beat, every fucking guitar string. dude just knew every fucking thing. So I'm like, this dude is a trooper, man. This is his shit, like, for legit.
I would be pissed if that was my favorite band and somebody sitting there telling me to sit the fuck down. I'd be like, fuck you.
These 3 dudes just shut the fuck up and let him go and sat there. And I was like, you can't argue with the dude because he told you that there's nobody sitting in front of him. Come up here and sit if you guys want to see so bad, and I'm standing in your way. Sorry, but there's plenty of seating up here that you guys can come up and sit in.
Yeah. Okay. Now, see, all of these accounts of people bumping heads is why I hate what I call the point fans. Like that, there's a type of point fan, and I know you outsiders don't understand, but the 105.7 The Point is one of our alternative rock stations, and basically they have like a huge following of a type of listener, and every fucking time it's basically the people that just cause problems. Not like they go out of their way to cause problems. They're like the everyday Joe Schmo, like, oh, this is my American dream. You know, I got a wife and, you know, just basically cookie cutter fucking families, and they're, hey, this is my venue. You are pissing me off. I don't like you. You know, it's just basically cookie cutter. They go to 2 or 3 shows a fucking year, and it's like, fuck you. All right, there's people out there that really enjoy going to shows, and you're out here once or twice a year.
Definitely enjoyed going. He was. That's the only reason why he was there, because as soon as they got off stage, that dude sat down, never stood the rest of the fucking night.
That's why I hate those type of crowds.
I mean, it could have ended up worse. Them 3 guys could have stood up and fought, dude. But they were like, "Well, fuck, dude. You gave yourself an out. Like, so if we are that pissed off and we want to see this group, we probably should move in front of you. So we can't bitch no more."
But that's what I love about the music scene that we're in, is that, like, we're a different breed of people where we don't, you know, sugarcoat shit like, oh, I don't like that. Let me speak to your manager. No, we just like, fuck you. Fuck you. All right, cool. Bye. That's it. And, you know, I don't know. I didn't mean to interrupt your story.
Oh, you're good. I'm just listening.
I appreciate that guy addressing that situation the way he did.
The night gets better.
Yeah. All right.
The night gets better.
All right. So those guys shut the fuck up. We get on with some Coheed and Cambria.
Yeah, the dude was just rocking out, man.
Hell yeah.
And you could definitely, like I said, you could definitely tell it was his favorite.
Good for him. I'm glad he had a great time.
He definitely had a great fucking time, man. Like I wasn't even worried about the stage performance. I'm watching this motherfucker rock out. Like his stage, like literally his seating performance was better than the stage.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes you don't even like the band, but this person's so into it. You're like, yeah, I fucking like this. This is what's up.
Yeah,
I like
he
that.
literally was so far into it. I'm surprised that he even, like, the guys behind him got his attention. That's how much he was into it. Like, it fucking amazed me. But then we're watching live, and we're in the last row in the seating, and so these people a few seats down from us, there's probably like 5 of them sitting there, and apparently they're talking shit about Live doing a cover song. They covered fucking REM's "That's Me in the Corner" or whatever fuck song that is, and even my brother and I looked at each other like,
Losing My Religion.
Yeah, with all the fucking CDs and songs that you motherfuckers have, you want to do a cover song?
And
fucking kind of pissed me off. Like, why the fuck are you going to do a cover song when you have all this material that you could do?
Do it.
And my brother's like, fuck it. We'll listen to it, and then we're going to leave. I'm like, fuck yeah, we'll leave. Well, the people that were the 5 people that were sitting down from us, I guess they were talking the same shit my brother and I were just talking about. Like, dude, you got all these fucking songs. Why are you doing a cover? The couple 2 rows up from them turn around. This guy was like, shut the fuck up. If you don't like it, you guys don't have to watch it. And then here comes fucking security. They're trying to settle both groups down. My brother and I were like, fuck it, let's get out of here. So we start leaving our row. We go past the 5 people, and I'm like, hey, man, you guys have a good night. I understand what you guys are talking about with this cover shit. I don't really agree with it either when they have all these songs, but you guys have a good night. So we go down, and then you got to make a U-turn to go down steps to get out. So my brother starts making a U-turn to go out. Security guard grabs me. He's like, hey. He goes, you was just sitting in the back row, right? I'm like, yeah. I said, we were over there in the middle, though. He goes, no, you need to come with me.
Okay.
I'm like, what the fuck did I do? I'm like, all right, whatever, bro.
Okay.
So I turned around and tell him, I said, hey, bro, come on. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man? I'm sitting there. I didn't say shit because I'm like, if I'm in trouble, like, I wanted to fucking get ignorant, but I'm like, I don't know what's going on right now, so let's just see what's going on. So I'm walking with him, and I'm like, we didn't do nothing, so why the fuck? I mean, maybe they think that we were mixed up, whatever. We get about 30 rows down. The security guard turns to me, and he goes, you guys sit wherever you want.
Oh, that's dope.
I'm like, holy fuck. I turned around to my brother. I'm like, we can sit wherever we want. I'm like, fuck it, let's sit here. I was like, we were getting ready to leave, too, but I was like, fuck it, we'll sit here.
You can't find a seat upgrade.
Yeah, we can't leave on that.
Yeah,
so we were like, fuck yeah, let's sit down. So we stayed for a few more songs, and the security guard was like, if somebody comes over here and says you're in their seats, you guys just keep moving forward. I'm like, are you sure about this, man? Because I ain't trying to get kicked out of this motherfucker. I mean, even though we was getting ready to leave anyways, I just don't want to get kicked out.
I hate amphitheaters or any big seating stadium or anything like that unless I have like seats that are right there because it's so far. Like I hate far. If I'm gonna watch something like that, I'd rather just be at home and not spend fucking. I hate long seats. I hate it.
Those shows. If you go to shows like that and you don't have fucking first 20, 30 rows, it's just part. Like I go to Point Fest. You don't have first 20 rows. You're fucking hanging out alone, drinking, and having.
I would not have gone to Garth Brooks.
I mean, we had seats to sit down in, so that was nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone to Garth Brooks had I not had floor seats. Yeah. And those were still too far. I was like, I'm gonna. If I'm in the back half again, I'm not doing that.
Well, that's what we originally planned on, was being out on the lawn.
Yeah,
but since when I got the tickets, they still had a few select seatings for the same price. So I was like, fuck yeah, give me those.
I was there.
Yeah,
I remember.
So I was like, fuck yeah,
South Park.
Yeah.
I remember.
So I was like, fuck yeah, give me them. And so they're like, yeah, all right, cool. So we got that. And the dude was like, yeah, you guys just keep moving up as far as you can get, as far as you want, man. I'm like,
okay.
All right, fuck, I appreciate it, bro.
I feel like that's kind of like me getting into snow for free. Like after she's all like, wait, what is free? Okay, bad. What? Shit. All right, we going to do this now.
Yeah, I mean, so we stayed for like 2 more songs, and then we were fucking like, let's go beat the fucking traffic.
Yeah, you know what? Somebody that is a Point fan type thing only goes out to a couple concerts a year, but that is like their thing. I found out that if you go to the Hollywood Casino, the casino itself, you can actually pay $10, park your car, get shuttled over there, private road.
You pay $0 to park your car.
Yeah, you
over there. I thought it was like $10 for a shuttle.
You might have to pay $10 for the shuttle.
Yeah,
or you just go in the casino and get a card punched.
Well, the thing is that like you pay $10, they give you a wristband, and if you come back, you get that $10 in gambling. So I guess but I just thought it was cool that like they shuttle you right to the front gate. It's like, bop, there you go. Like shit. Yeah, I've been there a handful of times. That is something I would absolutely do because fuck the parking, fuck the venue.
Yeah, see, while we were there, that's another thing. My brother and I, we were talking about Wayback Point Fest, and they had Wayback Point Fest tickets for $15.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, fuck, that's cheaper than what I paid for these. So, yeah, let's fucking get them now.
Right.
So we're going to Wayback Point Fest, and then we're going to get a hotel. Because he gets cheap-ass fucking hotels or whatever, 25. I don't know, he said something about $25, but...
Hell, I'd have stayed at the Ameristar.
I was going to ask Pia about staying at the fucking Hilton and getting booking a room there.
That's high dollar.
If he would do that for me, but maybe I'm not sure what exactly.
I would have stayed at Ameristar. That's a fun casino to stay at.
But for like $40, you go to the casino into the VIP area. They got a VIP area. You pay $40. You drink for like 2 hours, unlimited. Then you go over to the show. And then you go back and drink for like another 2 hours.
You
afterwards.
Get open fucking bar for how much?
$40. It's basically like for 4 hours. It's 2 hours beforehand and 2 hours.
Oh shit! They let you drink after the show.
Well, he knows somebody. He knows somebody over there.
Oh,
so
wow,
I'm not sure.
We don't care about you know somebody that knows somebody. That doesn't help me.
But I'm gonna dig more into it. Yeah, I mean, if it is, if that is like straight legit, that
I'm stepping on the card.
It does. If you don't have to know anybody, then yeah. I know it's 2 hours before. I'm not sure about after though. I think it's like I think there is something after. It might be like an hour, but I know it's 2 hours before the show.
I mean, still, that's a good wind down.
I mean, 2 hours before the show, I get pretty fucked up.
Fuck yeah.
I could slam a whole lot of beers.
That's 2
in 2
beers
hours.
at the amphitheater.
Oh yeah. Me? Well, and that's the thing is that like they get. Yeah, I know that they give you the beers and shit like that. Fuck, one beer is $10.
That's what I'm saying.
It's more than
that.
Yeah,
it's like fucking $16.50.
It was 13 for a domestic. It was $13.75. Premium.
This one was free because I bought it a long time ago.
The premium.
Oh shit! Right. He just didn't even turn his head. He's like
loop. He got trapped in a loop.
He just didn't even turn his head. Just not.
I backed up a little bit.
Well, you're still facing it.
But the premiums were $14.75. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man! For that, I could have a 30-pack and fucking some change left over by the time you get done with buying two beers there.
That's crazy.
But all in all, it was a good time, man.
Hell yeah.
Everybody says I missed a hell of a show out of Snow to Prada. I'm like, I think I had a better show where I was. I enjoyed myself.
The Snow to Prada was, like I said, it was awesome. It was a good time. It was really hot, and she really kept killing the momentum because, like, I love when people the artists interact with the fans and stuff like that. But it comes to a point where it's like you can't do it in between every fucking song. Do a couple songs, then interact. Do a couple songs, then interact. Right. She was doing it. She would do a half a song, interact for double the amount of time that she did the song.
Oh, that's because she's spending her time is what she's doing. She's up there for a certain amount of time. So
and she has enough music that she doesn't need to. But like it was such a momentum killer that she wasn't even solidly talking to the people. She would be up there, and and she would say some stuff, and it would be like what do you think about this? Oh, and then what are you doing over there? And then okay, and then it was like it wasn't even a fluid like we're talking to people. It was a.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this: how busy was it?
It was packed.
It was
a packed show. I was happy to see how many people came out to that show. It was packed.
Because I know, like some shows, that if it's not real busy, they'll spend more time bullshitting, and then they'll do their track.
It was packed. If you've been to that venue, right? The Ready Room.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You know that once you go past that wall, where right in front of the bar.
Yeah.
It was wall to wall people.
Okay.
It was. Packed.
Yeah, it was a good turnout.
It was packed. And you know it. She was hyped, but it was one of those that she was just killing the momentum, and it was like, "Fuck, we're trying to get excited," and she would do a couple songs, and then it's like just go right back to like just killing the fucking momentum. It's like shit.
Yeah,
like I get it because it's more of like a party aspect, but if you're gonna be doing that, continue it being a party aspect, like
right,
like. At least when you're sitting,
if you're in party mode, stay in fucking party mode. Don't drop out.
Yeah, if you're like, make what you're talking about like party content. Like don't just be like, oh, what the fuck is up? Oh, St. Louis. Oh, I knew that you guys were gonna like this last song, so we're gonna do this other song. And what do you think about that? Oh, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. And
doesn't sound like she has a whole lot of experience performing.
I mean, she does. Like she's good. She's good at it. When she was performing, it was dope. But I feel like she was performing 40% of her time, her time slot.
Yeah,
and you know. But I heard that she was doing a bunch of old shit like right before we got in there. But I don't know. That couldn't have been more than 10 minutes before we got in there because like we were basically walking down and she was on stage. She had just gotten on stage not too prior to that. So
I was gonna say I think actually she went on stage at like 9:30.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Around 9:30, around roughly between 9:30 and 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and so it was a good show. I feel like it could have went a little bit more hype and like I don't know. It was so like hype, not hype, hype, right. Not hype, not hype, not hype. It's like fuck. You could have a blow the fucking doors off this show like just steady hype, and you don't even like. She didn't even have to go balls to the wall like you know like oh I'm gonna go up on stage and kill myself. You could have just been steady doing shit instead of like. Stopping, going. It's like shit,
right?
Just fucking rock out, you know. But what she did was good, you know. And also, like I said, she she saw some shit go on in the crowd. I guess somebody got elbowed in the face, and it was a kid or whatever, and she stopped and was like, "Fuck you! You should burn in hell." Blah blah blah. And
poor kid.
Yeah. Well, then she brought the kid up on stage, which looked more like a teenager to me, but whatever. And she rectified the situation, but she was like, because I guess it was the kid's first concert, and somebody elbowed him in the face, and they caused a problem, and I don't know if they ever found out who did it, but yeah, she rectified the situation. I guess she gave him a shirt or something.
Sweet.
Yeah. But and there was like 30 people on stage. There was a lot of people on stage.
For what? There's, as far as I know,
well, there was 2 hype men.
Just right?
There was 2 steady hype men.
So it was like a local rap show?
It's kind of. It was kind of like that.
Was that a Wu-Tang show?
Basically, there was a lot of fucking people on stage. Because I know her brother was on stage. I know 2 of her hype men were on stage. There was a camera guy on stage. There was another camera guy on stage. There was a DJ. Her girl was on stage at one point. And you guys know how small that stage is.
Yeah.
It's like, there was a lot of people on stage. You saw from the video that I did on our YouTube, it's like, where the fuck is Snow? That was kind of almost the whole show. Was like, oh, where the fuck is Snow? At one point, she was out in the crowd, like, on top of it. And but, yeah. So, I didn't mean to take away, but yes.
Oh, no, I wanted to ask. That's the question I had.
It was we enjoyed the show. I'm glad I didn't, to be honest, I'm glad I didn't, I got in for free, because I would have been kind of pissed if I paid $70 for 2 tickets and that's what I got. Because it was hype, and then not hype, not hype, not. It's like, no.
Yeah, shows like that tend to suck.
Yeah. I mean, I love Snow. I love Snow. There's no hate there. I love her music and all that stuff. There is hate because you don't have your fucking music on Spotify. She has a handful of it on there, but not all of it. So a lot of her music, I had no idea what it was. I was like, oh, cool. I don't know what this song is. Don't know what this song is. Don't know what this song is. It's like, okay. So there's a little bit of animosity there, but overall, I love Snow. She's a great performer. She could just dial it in a little bit.
Yeah.
But who the fuck am I? I'm not a rapper. I don't perform. I just host these shows and act like a jackass. So, and I could dial that in. So I can, criticize all day long, but that don't make me right.
It's all your fault.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's all my fault, but that doesn't mean I'm right.
Oh, shit. Empty net with 2:13 left to go.
Oh, fuck you, Heather. I wish I was at a Super Mario Party. Oh, fuck.
I don't know what that is, but I want
like I'm assuming it's like a gamer party where they're all playing Super Mario and shit.
No,
Super Mario Party.
Yeah, it's the Super Mario Party. It's probably like her and a few friends sitting around there playing Mario Party.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
I used to do that shit back when I was a little, like, when I say little bit.
I didn't have no friends to play that shit. I still don't have gamer friends to play that shit.
I was like 17, 18 years old.
Played online.
They pulled a goalie?
Yeah.
You guys better fucking score. Sorry, we're looking at goddamn screen. Better fucking we scored. No, wait. No.
Boston scored. You're
right.
They
scored. Different goalie. Different team. This is why I don't watch sports.
So now we're really losing.
Now we're really losing. Why in the fuck would they pull a goalie? That's so dumb.
Because you're down by 1 goal, you get the extra man out there.
I thought Bruins did.
No,
I know why they would pull the goalie, but. So dumb.
But why?
I mean, the Bruins are up. They're not going to pull their goalie. That'd be cool if they did, though. But.
I know. But
here, guys.
Yeah, here, go ahead and score.
Give me a shot here.
Yeah, I used to do that Mario. We used to have a friend of mine. We used to go over there and play Mario Party all the time. There'd be like 4 or 5 of us over there taking turns and shit. It was a good time.
I didn't have friends, so I've always been a solo gamer.
Well, you don't have to have friends now. You can play it online.
No, because then you had to be online at the same time. I've had squads to run with before, but like you always got to like meet up and all that shit. Nah, I'm so sporadic on getting on.
Yeah,
you basically got to get
in your Wii or Wii U or whatever you got, your Kinect or whatever.
No, PSVR.
PSVR.
I got a PlayStation and PSVR.
Okay.
Which is basically is the VR for the virtual reality for the PlayStation. I got a new game. Awesome.
I don't know if they have Mario Party for. I don't think they have Mario Party for the PlayStation. It's only a Nintendo game.
Yeah, that's Nintendo.
But like, if you got the Wii U or Kinect or whatever, you can actually hook it up online and play the game online with people all around the world. All around the world, statues crumble for me. Is that how that goes?
It is.
Oh shit! Haven't heard that song in like 20 years.
I want to.
Can't believe it. Go ahead, just shoot it. Just shoot the fucking puck in. Just put it in the open net because we're stupid. Just still got to fucking. Once you pull a goalie, can you put
20 seconds.
Once you pull a goalie, can you put him back in?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, I thought so. You're just adding the fifth guy to the ice.
Yeah, Bennington was out there right before when the whistle blew after they scored for the face-off, and then he took off after they got the puck down to their end.
Oh, I didn't know you could pull in the middle of a.
Oh yeah, yeah. He skated off as the puck was down at the other end.
Oh, okay.
Man, I am the only one that watches sports around here, ain't I?
I
mean,
I know
like religiously.
Oh yeah, you religiously watch the shit. Oh damn.
Good. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
You fucked them up.
Fuck you. Bleed, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That's what you get for blocking the puck, you bitch.
The fucking puck cut his hand. Hell yeah.
Puck cut.
Sorry. Puck cut.
I guess we were going to talk about the Gathering. We have like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I guess we'll save the Gathering talk for now.
Fucking Suicide Boys.
Yeah. Tony's lit.
Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. I'll tell you what, that day or that night, I don't know who they'd have to have Suicide Boys do the headliner that night.
Yeah.
They're gonna do something stupid and be like, "Oh, Suicide Boys, they're ICP." It's fucking stuff.
You might be right about
they're
that.
fucking stupid.
They're like number 2 on the list.
They're already so. Oh my god, they've already fucked up and put City Morgue on a different stage. It needs to be City Morgue, Ghostmain, Suicide Boys, or Suicide Boys, Ghostmain. One of the two. I know that Suicide Boys is bigger amongst the Juggalos, so it should be City Morgue, Ghostmain, Suicide Boys, and I guarantee you that night it will go down in Gathering history because just how awesome that would be, like energy wise. It's going to be insane. Because I went to the tour, the Ghostman tour I went to in Chicago, had City Morgue open up for them, and they were the first openers, and then there was another guy after them, and it was fucking trash. But City Morgue was insane.
I remember. I tried to get him on the show.
Yeah, I talked to him and all that. That was right when they were blowing up. Right when they, it was the same thing with Suicide Boys.
I was like, no, fam, we're too busy.
Yeah, we tried to get them out right as they were blowing up.
We're too busy forever.
We're
too busy forever.
Forever. Yeah.
Yeah. CNC Music Factory. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So.
Morris Day in the motherfucking time, yo.
They got CNC Music Factory showing up at the Gathering?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Get the fuck
Bro hasn't seen the infomercial yet.
I haven't. So
Morris Day in the time, bro. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, Bro's won. Fuck you guys. You guys suck.
Morris Day in the motherfucking time, bro.
Ain't nobody.
Oh. Hell yeah. I think I want to show you.
I don't know who that is.
It's Morris Day in the time, bro.
I don't know who that is.
You should know. Do you know fucking Jungle Love? Jungle Love.
No.
Have you ever seen fucking Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Yes.
When they go to the club and motherfucking Morris Day and the Time's playing?
Nope.
And Jay goes on a big rant about it's the greatest motherfucking band alive, whatever the fuck.
Unpopular opinion here. Don't really care for that movie. I do like what's her name? What's her tits? I like that. Shannon Elizabeth.
Uh-huh.
I like her.
Yeah.
So that I don't know a lot from that movie because that movie.
Well, that's a popular scene.
Morris
Day and the Time is like fucking. We're like Prince's proteges and shit. Like
I'm sure they would have been better off if they would have got like Color Me Bad.
Color Me Bad. Why is it not Color Me Bad not there?
I don't understand.
Are
why
they
you got
still a
CNC
thing?
Fucking music. Factory. They have one song.
I think they have two, but yeah.
So you go put them on stage for 5 minutes?
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, whatever. It's fun. Like when I saw that, when I watched the video and I saw that appear, I was like, "We're getting fucking Color Me Bad."
That makes.
Why would you not have Color Me Bad if you have CNC Music Factory?
Why would big enough?
They did the dude from fucking Color Me Bad sing at your wedding. You did fucking 2 songs with Color Me Bad. Like legit, ICP has 2 songs with Color Me Bad. One of them's a terrible fucking remix. But
I don't know anything by Color Me Bad. I feel like I should just listen to
90s R&B. You'd probably hate it.
I hate it. Yeah, already.
I Want to Sex You Up.
I want to sex you up.
Nope, hate it.
TikTok, you don't stop. You know that shit, right?
Sounds kind of familiar. Hate it.
Yeah.
I don't understand. See, this shit right here is like makes me even more not want to give ICP any fucking money.
Oh, because I didn't have Color Me Bad?
No, because you got CNC fucking Music Factory. Like, you couldn't have found a better.
You know who that is, right?
Like
who? CNC?
Yeah.
No.
Like CNC.
Did you listen to music?
I didn't listen to your guys' fucking music.
Bro, he's like 12.
Hey, fuck you. All right?
He's like 22, bro.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I'll tell you what, like most.
He was a 90s kid, right?
Yeah, my 90s consisted of Green Day and ICP.
I don't know. What year you born?
88.
So he's more of a 2000 kid, late 90s, 2000.
I was infantile stage in the 90s.
Yeah, so
and then 2000 started coming around.
You don't have to be a fan of it, but the fact that you don't know it is weird. That's weird.
Well, I just don't.
I don't find it weird.
Who is this?
CNC Music
I
Factory.
know this.
Yes,
I know that full on. I know that.
Yeah, it was on.
Everybody knows
It was on every fucking sports game.
Everybody knows.
I know that.
Yeah.
If you played the shit, I probably know it. I don't know their name.
Yeah, no, I got you.
If you play, like, I know a lot of.
We're flagged.
Yeah, we've been flagged. It's fine. Yeah. I couldn't sing it, but I know it.
Color Me Bad. Color Me Bad. Color Me Bad. Color Me Bad. Color Me Bad.
And it's not all about being a youngin'. I didn't listen to this type of music. All the music that I don't know that you guys are like, I can't believe you don't fucking know. It's like it's all R&B bullshit. I don't fucking like R&B.
But at that age and that day and age, I
ain't gonna lie, bro. When I was growing up, I listened to a lot of gangster rap. Fuck your R&B shit.
Even gangster rap, I didn't really listen to that.
I don't think that music was around. Like ICP wasn't around yet.
No,
but that was. We didn't know about underground. We were kids. There was no underground music. It was whatever they played on the fucking radio, which was Color Me Bad, Boyz II Men, Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
I was Y98. That was me growing up.
That's when they played all that type of music.
Yeah.
I didn't know who the fuck that was. You think I was paying attention to CNC? I don't fucking know.
Oh, that was back then on the radio. After each song, they told you who it was.
Like Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch and shit, man. Same time period.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
there's all kinds of they announced all kinds of shit for the gathering. Real like
you gotta put CNC Music Factory on there, but not Jelly Roll. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
I don't that right there. That's why I'm saying that I don't even want to give them money. I'll just sneak in. Fuck them.
I mean, that's always the
Eat
goal,
a dick,
right?
Mark.
That's always the goal, right?
Fuck you, Mark.
Yeah, I definitely. Obviously, we don't have time now, but I definitely want to talk about it next week. But I think the lineup's fucking ridiculously huge. Like,
oh, it's massive.
ICP. But I'm just going to run through the top ones they have listed here, and we'll talk more about it next week. But
Blase Rose is on the tour.
Blase Rose is on.
Oh, you knew that one, huh?
I did. I seen that.
You knew that one. But yeah, ICP, Bone, Butcher Babies, City More, Ghetto Boys, Ghostman, Gilbert Godfrey's back. That's fucking sick.
I'm excited for
Guar,
Butcher Babies,
Jedi Mind Tricks, KRS-One, Max Sabbath, Morris Day in the motherfucking time.
The Ghetto Boys.
Yeah, the Ghetto Boys. Yep. Ritz, Suicide Boys, Supervillains, Tech 9, Token, ABK, Astronautilus, Big Hoodoo, Blase Rose, Broken Side, CNC Music Factory, C-Mob, Clownvis, Cybertronic Spree, DJ Clay, Dropout Kings, Easy Mag, Esham, Have-Nots, King Spade, Kung Fu Vampire, Light, Madchild, Mike Busey, Motown Rage, Mushroom Head, Misery, Odd Squad Family, Ouija Mac, Preach, Rehab, Rude Boy, Sabu.
That's what we're gonna do.
September Morning, Shakewell, Skylar, Tommy Dreamer, Twisted Insane, Whitney Payton, Willie Mack, Wolfpack, Zug Island, and much more.
Of course, Wolfpack is there. They've been there more than ICP. They've played at more gatherings than ICP.
Pretty sure they have.
Well, yeah. ICP might be there,
And
but
nobody gives a shit about them. Why in the fuck are they still playing?
Most people hate them. Most people don't want them there.
Yeah, why are they still playing the gathering every fucking year? When all I hear is
because
like,
they host fucking events and shit for free. Is what I mean. That's
we do that too.
Yeah, well, we don't do it. We don't do it like they do it.
Well, we could. I would be more than happy to bring some strippers. We could find some.
Well, you should.
I don't have the money to, but we could find some.
You should have emailed them and let them know.
Yeah.
That probably would make a world of a difference.
I guess.
Like, hey, not only are we
now they don't
radio,
even bring
but now-
strippers. They just have two girls that have like no tits and no ass.
yeah,
I don't.
They've had for
all they do is the
same
radio
ones.
show thing. I don't get it.
We have a radio show.
No, I'm saying like that's what they do there.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we need to. Why didn't we? Get
You want to do
established
that? You
in
want to
it?
sit there for fucking 6 hours in the middle of the fucking gathering?
Fuck no. It's already hard enough for me to do enough coverage for the shows that I do see.
Yeah. But yeah,
think about getting me a mini bike.
That'd be dope.
They probably won't even let you bring it in.
Well, they gonna catch me. They
Can't
gotta
afford
catch
it.
me.
Can't afford it anyway.
They
right?
gotta catch me, motherfucker. We'll see.
But yeah, we'll talk more about that next week. Also, next week on the show we have Skits Craven. If you don't know who that is,
That Wes Craven's kid.
He's 90s R&B.
He's not. His 90s R&B star, Skits Craven. This is actually him right here.
I'm glad I'm participating. I guess I'll start this off.
This is Tommy McDonald.
No?
A different guy.
Oh, they just rap alike?
I did my basement.
He's creepy. He's dope. But he's got millions of fucking plays and views, and he's cool. So he's going to be on next week. So tune in for that. We'll talk more about the gathering. Who knows what else will go down this motherfucking week.
Appreciate it, Wiggles. Thank you.
Oh, I'm tired.
I gotta pee.
It's bedtime.
Yeah, it's bedtime. I gotta
It's go time.
We'll see y'all next motherfucking Monday, or we'll see you on Patreon.
Love y'all in that chat room. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Your Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday week listeners. Shout out to y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Happy Memorial Day.